Man,
That's our hot Jamaican lady. Are we online? Are we on here?
we're live, dude.
Welcome to the Forgotten Legion 30K. This is Josh, your web host here. And with me, as always, has got Michael and Colin. Simon's in and out, and Ryan will be joining us later. But go ahead and say hi, guys. Shit.
How's it going, guys? My name is Michael.
Hey guys, it's Colin. Great to be here again.
Hell yeah. So we're pretty excited this week. You know, the Weekender was this past weekend. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. I know you guys are just dying to hear, the things that we saw, and text in and chime in with the stuff that you were interested in. We can't wait to review. So much material to review. Yeah, and we got a great show. You know, we're here modeling. You know, we kind of postponed Sunday because of the Super Bowl, but we have plenty of stuff. Look at me, I got a new camera. Thank you, Michael. I look fantastic. So high def.
Dude,
Anyway,
it looks like you're using that turbo laser as a mic. Like,
this is a volcano. This is
that's
the
a volcano can.
Oh yeah. Look at this.
It shoots out volcano chili, right?
This one shoots out nacho cheese, and this one over here shoots out chili. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna cover my models in waffle fries and ketchup in a minute, but I got some of that. Anyway, so first off, Pretty's not with us, but he did give me a couple of things to bring up. First thing is, we'd like to shout out to our friends at the Eye Horse podcast. Man, these guys are great. Gave us a great shout out, and we sent them over a couple of Yeti Ramblers from Texas, right? And they were pretty stoked with the size of our Yetis that we have here, our drinking apparati, if you will. But yeah, they gave us a pretty cool shout out. You know, those guys are always great, always informative, funny shows. If you get a chance, tune into Eye Horse podcast, and I'm hoping to say Eye Horse podcast like at least 8 or 9 more times the next minute or so, because they said Yeti probably 30 times in the first over 40 seconds of their podcast. Anyway, but yeah, Michael sent them some Yeti cups. We cooked them up and laser etched them with their logos, and if you could see them, I'm sure they'd show them off, but they sure did give us a good shout out. Let's see, what else do we got? And I think, Michael, you're in contact with those guys pretty regularly. Have you talked to them yet? We've been trying to set up like a kind of a joint, I guess, what do you say, like I guess.
Yeah, like having them as guests. Yeah, now, not really like in contact with them. I mean, they're a member on our Facebook page, and so Tim, he will comment on there. And yeah, we sent them that just because we like their podcast so much. It wasn't so much a trying to get them in. It was just hey, you guys have been keeping us hard for heresy for a while now, so here's some badass cups.
Oh yeah, real stiffy. But I like those guys. Anyway, let's see, what else do we have? We have Heretical Ohio. Was talking to the Heretical Ohio guys. They have a league. The guy's name is David, and they're putting together some pretty cool stuff there. If you're in the Ohio area, look up Heretical Ohio. They're on Facebook, and always anything to help get the scene out there. So
don't Google Heretical Ohio. You won't get their Facebook page.
Yeah, go on Facebook and look it up.
Yeah.
I was like, let me just Google their shit real quick. It'll be all right. Heretical. Oh my God. What?
Yeah, it's a little misleading, right?
There's some real heresy shit going in Ohio. That's not Warhammer related.
There's you know what? I tell you what, man. In my old thing with Ohio, like I bought a tea bucket from Ohio, and for you guys, it's like an open-fingered car, old 1923 tea bucket, and they got all the cool cars in Ohio. I don't know if it's like the climate there or stuff like that, but every time I'm looking for something on Craigslist looking at cool stuff, it always seems to be in Ohio. I think Ohio is like the mecca of like cool hot rod shit. You know what I'm saying? So as far as Harrison, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Hit me.
Go ahead.
I'm cutting you off. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Colin. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say like Ohio doesn't have like the humidity and like and the heat that like Texas has, especially Houston. So like they're I know like their cars are probably like a lot in better shape because of that. But yeah, they got like a statewide 30K league going. They're trying to start up, and I think they have like around 60 or so members now in their Facebook group page. So if you're in Ohio, definitely check them out and get in a part of that. So I think it's a great way to like meet other guys to play Heresy and just kind of like grow the hobby. So definitely check it out.
Keep the seat alive.
Yeah, dude, they got some. I don't know. There's some sick ass terrain. It looks like. And
Yeah, and they've got some cool looking army shots in there too.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this contemptor. Look at him. It's like the Messi of contemptors.
Yep.
Oh shit.
That's a nice pose that the guy achieved with Betrayal of Calf set. I'm impressed you got that.
They're so static.
Hey Josh, get that as a war boss right there.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's the minion, the one eye. The one eye is definitely more terrifying than the
Oh man, I have a new idea for our Eleanor campaign. Just fight against nothing but minions instead of orcs.
Man, I am so stoked. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be fantastic.
We can't spoil it yet.
All right, let's see. Who else? Okay, so we also have, you get this, right? So everybody knows Stiff 2 is coming up, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more in the show. But we have a sign-in from Nebraska, and it's actually Sean from Seize the Initiative podcast.
Yeah.
Which if
you're breaking in and out, Josh.
You guys get a chance to check them out. But he had to complete test. So we probably not a good idea. I don't know what's going to come up, but they are on Facebook. So check out Seize the Initiative podcast with Sean, and we look forward to meeting him and rolling some dice with him for sure. So if you're, and I tell you what, I've been to Nebraska. I actually got lost in a cornfield there once. It was, it was quite horrifying, right? Because it all looks the same. Just like, and then you start, everybody's seen Children of the Corn, right? But
that shit's real to me.
It's pretty horrifying. But no, if you dig 30K, they do have a scene in Nebraska. Seize the Initiative. Sean's coming down. Look forward to playing with him. And hey man. Anyone that's down with 30K is down with me. So, meanwhile, here I am, like trying to organize my desk. I'm not going to tell you what's in front of me because it's a surprise, but it does have the volcano cannons like very phallically pointing in my face. Might have to leave that. But I mean, anyway, probably make an appearance at Stiff 2. So for those of y'all coming and tuning into the podcast. We definitely have some cool stuff lined up. Pretty's been working on lists, and
whoa,
a lot of
some techno voice going on.
Cool
dude, you're getting like auto-tuned right now, Josh. Oh fuck!
But
hey, Josh, you're pretty much getting like auto-tuned the whole time.
Josh, you gotta repeat
that. Show,
he's dying. He's going. He's going.
We do have.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna.
Let me shut out of some of these programs and maybe speed this up a little bit.
Hang tight. 1 second, Josh. They didn't hear a thing you just said because you like went full techno babble. Like.
Did I go mechanical on you guys? Did I go?
Yeah.
You didn't say your prayers, man.
Tech gothic on us.
Caleb Destima, that's him, the guy. How am I sounding now? I closed out a couple of programs.
Dude, sound better now.
Yeah, you're sounding like a real boy now.
Shit, yeah. All we wanted to be was a real boy. Oh man.
All right.
Yeah. So I tell you what. Let me hand this over to Michael. Give me a little something, Michael.
All right, man. So anyway, you got the shout out to the Season Initiative podcast, guys. If you're not listening to them, give them a shot. They're actually it's a pretty cool podcast. That's Blaine and Sean, I believe. That's I think their last one I listened to. They were covering bikes and their battle report. So I mean, it's some really interesting information in there. Give them a shout or give them a listen, and then go to their Facebook page, give them a shout, and tell them we sent you. That'd be badass, actually.
Hell yeah.
I think it's actually pretty cool that he's making his way down from Nebraska to come play in Stiff 2. I mean, we can guarantee he's going to have a good time just because, we're all loaded up and loaded deep.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going on, Bridges?
Oh, Bridges in the house.
So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to him coming down. And just a reminder for everybody that is not going to make it down to Stiff 2, we are going to be live casting or live
streaming.
Live streaming an entire game with multiple camera angles. We're going to have commentators that are going to be commenting on the game, and you'll be able to watch a game as if you were there and hear us talking in our banter and all that stuff. So if you can't make it down, it's no big deal, but we'd like to have you here. So that's I guess we kind of accidentally slipped into some Stiff 2 talk. Talking about the Season Initiative podcast.
And we are gonna bring up a little bit more about Stiff 2, but one of the things, the main things, and we can't say this enough, is that we're sitting at, I think we have one day, tomorrow night at 12 o'clock is the end of the ticket sales, and I think there's only maybe one or two spots left open. Is that right?
There's 2 tickets left.
2 tickets left. So,
yep.
Can y'all hear me?
Don't miss. Oh yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh, thank Christ.
You're welcome.
So sexy, Simon.
Made it, guys. Here.
Ultramarines
So
in the house.
Josh, didn't we have one more shout out to do?
Yeah, the Blackhawk Down Horus Heresy 30K narrative that is taking place in San Antonio, Texas, at the Tabletop Gaming Center. That will be taking place 3 days from now. So what's that? That's 3 days from
Saturday?
now. Yeah, that'll be on Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be a $5 entry fee. They will provide you lunch. And, let me see the normal force organization chart, looks like. They actually $12.50 per player. Forces are selected for fighting in a Black Hawk Down action. Should be chosen from their army list as normal. Approved army list include Horus Heresy Crusade Army List, Isvan Campaign List, and Horus Heresy Books 4 and 5. So yeah, that's going down. As far as I understand, it's going to be pretty close to, I guess, the movie where they're going to have crashed gunships and some crashed Storm Eagles. So if you're looking for a sweet narrative campaign, then that's going to look like the way to go. That's going to be in San Antonio, Texas this weekend.
Wish I could be there.
This weekend? Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, and Tabletop's actually a really nice store. They've got a really nice staff there, and they've actually even got bits bins that you can go bits diving for, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Now,
if you're ever in San Antonio, go there.
They got a bits bin there.
It's like a table just covered with bits.
Well, no, now they have two big storage containers now, just like filled with bits. You just literally grab in, pull out a handful of bits.
Is it
all sorts of stuff?
I feel like it'd be like a buffet where you just get there too late and all the good shit's gone. Like somebody done got all the ribeyes and everything.
It's so dense.
Stuff there.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff there, and it's so many different things.
Dude, it's so magical when you're digging through bits and you find that one piece that's you're like the piece that goes on top of the las cannon sponsons on your Spartan. Yeah, it's that's the ever elusive piece, man. So many people looking for that
on
piece.
eBay.
I hate bits, man. I hate them with a passion. Like I'm not a real good converter or anything like that. So I put all my bits in a bag, and when they're in the bag, you're like, man, I need this pattern bolter or whatever, and you gotta like shake the bag and like kind of look at the bottom, and then like get your hand in there and like
See, Michael, I have a whole plastic box for that, and then my bolt guns are categorized by class and bag. Like each thing has its own bag and like box that it goes in.
Yeah.
Some of us are organized.
Yeah, I'm organized
So-
with that.
I mean, I'm like Michael. I just throw it into like a big container and hope it's over. Whatever I dig in there, I'll put on my model. It's like he's gonna have an orc head today.
Oh my God, is that tigress pattern? Shit.
I put a little glue on my guy's hands, and I drop them in the bag and shake it around. And whatever comes out is what he's getting armed with.
Oh, he's got a plasma gun. Oh, that guy got a squirt gun.
Oh, he's carrying somebody else's power fist. Badass. I'll write some narrative for this one. So.
Hey, so what do you think about like? I want to arm like one of my world eaters with an arm from another Marine. You know, like use it as a club. You know?
You should know, Josh. What you should do is have him missing his arm but beating someone to death with it. Like his arm got blown off.
His own arm's ripped off. Yes.
Simon just won up the fuck out of you.
Yeah, Simon just brought it.
Ripped off his arm.
I mean, it's just I mean, that's what I would do.
So I was like, when I was a world eater.
Woo.
I feel like that's gonna be written in a book soon enough.
What?
Oh man, I'm surprised it hasn't.
All copyright belongs to me, Black Library. I want you to know that I expect royalties if you do that in a novel.
Some world eater's gonna go, oh, they cut off my right arm, but I'm right-handed. Grab his arm.
Well, you know, he has his bolt pistol still in that right hand, so he grabs with his left and pulls the trigger, and he doesn't just grab the bolt pistol, he just pulls the trigger on the hand, you know.
He shakes it. He's like,
Pow! Pow! Be sweet.
George, let me borrow your arm. Why? Don't worry about it.
So,
man, oh man. So like, I gotta ask, man, what of all the things that we kind of seen leaked this weekend, Colin, let's start with Colin. What was your favorite thing that you're excited about, man?
yeah,
Man,
Colin.
That's a really tough decision, but I think I'm most excited for is after seeing the rules and stuff for everything. I think I'm most excited for Shattered Legions.
Shattered Legions, definitely cool.
Yeah, that's cool. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, with box sets on sale, man. How many Shattered Legions can we put together?
Yeah,
you know?
right?
Oh man. TFL Shattered Legion list is a go.
So, so with that Shattered Legion list, is there anything? I mean, is it basically just a bunch of like different rules that you can use, or?
So
I didn't look too much into it.
So I was reading over it, and I've actually almost gotten a list figured out for it pretty much. Basically, for each HQ that you take in your Shattered Legion list, you can take whatever Legion is a Stardust rule that HQ has. You can take units from that Legion in your Shattered Legion list, and you can mix and match whatever legions you want.
So you could take Tyrant Terminators from Iron Warriors, mix them with Caesarians from Ultramarines, and Iron Havocs and whatnot. Yeah,
You said you'd have to have an Iron Warrior HQ and an Ultramarines HQ.
So here's
Centurion, right?
Yeah, it has to be a Centurion or a Praetor or a similar special character. And like basically like the way it works is like for my list that I'm doing Emperor's Children, World Leaders, and Word Bearers. And so like and I'm actually whichever Warlord you make for that Legion, you can actually use that Legion's Rite of Wars along with the Shattered Legion's Rite of Wars.
Right.
So like I'm making my Emperor's Children HQ the Warlord, so then I can use the Maru Skara Rite of War with the Shattered Legion list.
Nasty.
That's dirty.
Yes.
Now, do you think that like this is going to lead up into whack play? You know?
I don't think so, because the thing is though is that when you have your warlord has to be on the table, and he has to be alive, and you count all units as sworn brothers, which basically means battle bros, to where independent characters can join other Legion's units. But if your warlord's not on the table, or he's not alive, then they're all counted as distrusted allies. So there's definitely drawbacks to it.
Right.
Oh, so shit can go bad.
Yeah, so shenanigans are definitely limited in this list, and it's definitely more for narrative.
And you can't take a
You said
Primarch.
shenanigans.
Yeah, and you can't take Primarchs in the Shattered Legion list because
Which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's
No, man. Why can't you take
take
a?
3 Primarchs.
Yeah, take busted up. What's his face?
Korax.
Korax. Yeah, take busted up Korax. He'd be a lot
that
of
would
fun.
be sweet. That would
Yeah,
be
but you could just run a normal Raven Guard list if you wanted to do that. Just take busted up Korax.
Yeah, but
It's not the same, Simon.
I want to take everybody on Isfan 5, all fucked up. I want them to have broken bolters and everything.
Well, you don't get to, Michael.
In
all
a
right.
joint operation.
No.
Yeah, he has Vulcan and Korax together, but they're on the same page, holding each other up. They're like, ow!
You can't do that.
Guys, Vulcan's dead. Shut up.
But yeah, so basically
Wow.
what my thinking for the list is you're on the Maru Skara, and then I'm gonna have Red Butchers and Phoenix Terminators and Emperor's Children Cacophony and Gal Vorback and Zardu Layak all on the list. Basically these all the kind of demonic, more evil guys in the legions, kind of running around together, killing stuff and.
Colin wants that
everything.
Legion Special Unit sampler meal.
Yeah.
So it's like going to Denny's and getting the fried mushroom sampler, right?
Yeah.
No, it's build your own Grand Slam at Danny's. You can do whatever you want in it.
Perfect. That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah, and it really is great because say you can't stick to one legion, you like the different units from each legion. This is a great way to be able to buy all those different types of special units you like and be able to field them all together.
Right, exactly.
And then you get to paint all them, and you can actually use them. Even if you just like to collect them, you can actually use them all together.
You just have to paint them scared and defenseless looking.
Yeah.
They have to look broken in spirit.
They have to look shattered.
Now, are the Shattered Legions considered loyalist or traitor, or is it a little bit of both?
It can be both.
Yeah. Well, in the fluff, it's really just loyalists, but the rules actually say there are traitor Shattered Legions later on. So it really works for both.
Yeah. I mean, that could be joint units that are in a joint operation.
Yeah.
They don't even have to be shattered.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't really see it for the traitors. I don't see it as a joint, like a Shattered Legion. I see it as a joiner operation, like Ryan said. And I think that's really cool.
Kind of like the Corsairs.
I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna make the most pitiful looking Legion I can. They're gonna be tired. I'm gonna
Raven Guard then, Michael? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, that's fire. Wait till he kills your Primarch, Simon. You won't be saying that.
I've seen it happen. I know how it goes.
Look what I can do. Look what I can do.
Oh, what's that? You're in an elevator? Doesn't matter. You're out now.
Yeah, but what's really cool is that some of the abilities, the Rite of Wars affecting different legions units from a different legion, actually is a pretty mean combo because I thought about running the traitor Rite of War for the Shattered Legions and then trying to actually outflank Michael's Mordathan on the back table edge of my opponent's army. It'd just be really funny.
Wow.
Well, he's got it in for you, Michael.
I know, right? It's all of a sudden the Raven Guard are just pissing everybody off. We're just
no, Michael, actually using Mordathan to outflank onto my opponent's table edge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So hey, you got Ferrus Manus or someone chilling on the back board edge. Not anymore. Mordathan pop up right behind him.
Suddenly, Mordathan.
And then the rape.
I was telling Colin about just imagine putting Eidolon in a 15-man squad of Night Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans.
That's better than a freaking.
Yeah, it opens up some some possibilities, but it's definitely not. It's definitely balanced, I would say.
Oh, that's balanced.
Sure,
oh, okay.
definitely.
Oh, okay.
Mordathan in the butthole.
The repercussions from it can be bad.
Rending flavors. They do what? Oh, crap!
So
That's how everyone feels. It's just flamers. Yeah, they're rending precision shot. Oh.
And twin link. And twin link.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they're twin link precision shot rending.
So Michael, didn't we like kind of skip around? Didn't we want to talk about Stiff 2 more first?
Yeah, we do want to talk about Stiff 2.
I'm stiff right now. So stiff.
You know that we're getting stiff for all the the weekender stuff.
Yeah, we totally missed like hobby progress and games played and all that jazz.
Way to go, Josh.
We're like way out. I don't know why.
I'm so excited, man. I want to talk about the big freaking robots.
You fucked it up for everybody.
I'm sorry.
If we want to talk about hobby progress and games first, I actually got a game over the weekend versus Dark Eldar and with my Mechanicum, and it was pretty interesting. Got to fight like the guy had like a bunch of raiders with warriors and witches and 2 of the Void Ravens and Lilith and another guy and a succubus. He also had a succubus. It was pretty interesting. Like I lined my knight up on the table and I was like, oh man, like all these dark lances, like we're just gonna eat my knight alive. But between like his bad rolling and like making a lot of ion shield saves, I was able to keep him alive, and basically he killed like a good amount of my stuff. He like deep striked some scourges into my backfield, but thankfully I had some augury scanners on some units back there to take him out. And then my Archmagos got into close combat with Lilith, but we ended up killing each other, and then my Ursarax ended up killing the rest of the witches, whittling him down only because I had so many attacks. That 4+ invuln is no joke in close combat, and my knight, I eventually got across the board after killing some stuff. And
what kind of knight did you take?
Once he got over there, the Acheron.
Oh,
yeah.
Acheron.
Oh, Dark Eldar's worth a nightmare.
What the hell? That's fucked up.
Dude, he should have brought 2 squads of Haywire Scourge.
Man, I was scared when he had those witches because they all had Haywire grenades, and if he had gotten the charge in against me, he could have wrecked my knight up. But thankfully, my Thalax tied all those witches up.
Hey fam, what you want? Just haywire my shit up.
Yep.
Do you like? I guess whenever you got challenged in that game, did he say like, hey, did you tell him I'm running 30k Mechanicum, and was he just like cool with it, or?
Well, he posted up on the town's Facebook page, and I was like, yeah, I'll play a game with you, but do you mind playing against 30k Mechanicum? He's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I just let him know ahead of time, and he was cool with it because he was a chill guy who just wanted to play Warhammer.
Did you win or did you lose?
I don't know.
I didn't hear what you said. Yeah,
you cut out.
My bad. I ended up winning.
Now Mechanicum's OP. Never.
Colin, you have to lose the first game, so they're like, hey, Horus Heresy isn't so bad after all.
No, he had a pretty fluffy Dark Eldar list, and he had some really bad rolls that screwed him. Like if his rolls had been better, like he would have probably like won the game.
Yeah, when you told me that he had Lilith and witches, I was like, oh, that's something you don't hear about that often.
Yeah, exactly.
Lilith is really good, but witches are just like the worst unit in 40k.
Yeah, he ran more of like a 5th edition Dark Eldar list. He didn't run any formations or anything like that. Like he had a very, like, when I say fluffy Dark Eldar list, like very fluffy Dark Eldar list. Like he didn't take anything like crazy. It was a fun game. I enjoyed it.
That's sweet, dude.
I had a game today.
Tell us about your game today, Simon.
Yeah, let's hear about that.
So, I decided that I was gonna post on the San Marcos game, the kind of there's not a big Warhammer scene in San Marcos. It's not a very big town. So the guy's like, hey, I want to try out my Eldar against Horus Heresy, and I was like, sure. He's like, let's play 500 points. I was like, okay. So I brought a veteran tactical squad, a Rhino, a Centurion, and then a Deredeo. And he brought I don't remember. I think it was like 10 or 15 Guardians, and then Warp Spiders, and then a Farseer. Man, Warp Spiders are something else.
I told you, man. I told you.
You warned me, bro, but I didn't listen. I was like, it would just like I didn't realize that they could just jump every time you shot at them, and I was just
every
like,
time,
cool,
every time.
awesome.
Didn't they change
Shit
that
up,
though?
dude.
Didn't they change?
No.
No.
You can only do it once.
It's only ITC tournaments is where if they use the ITC FAQ, they FAQ it to where you can only jump once per shooting phase.
Yeah, and I should have known. He's like, we're not doing ITC, right? And I was like, yeah, no, I guess not.
If you have to ask that,
I made a mistake.
You know your shit is. He's like, hey, we gonna use the rule that nerfs them? No. Cool, I'm bringing them.
Look, I learned my lesson, alright?
much.
I just wanted to beat up on some Eldar. Nah, my fucking Bludgeon's got the shit kicked in.
Damn Xenos.
You know, it's funny. I don't know, it's like really off topic, but like the LVO 40K tournament, like even with the nerf to warp spiders, the winning LVO list had 45 warp spiders in it. So like, just like let it sink in. Like those things like were nerfed and they still won the tournament. Like it's just crazy.
That's okay. I just want to beat up Marines. That's all right. I'm just gonna stick to my strengths.
Marine on Marine.
Yeah.
Marine.
Maybe I'll
hard
fight
action.
robots every now and again, but
Goddamn robots.
Get some.
Hey, you
get some
think they
ride.
soap each other up in the showers? Like after a long hard day, working out.
who, Space Marines?
Yeah.
No,
Bro, of course.
Did
Of
It's
course.
like they share loofahs. They have their own loofah.
do you not do that with your battle brothers? Come on, man.
Come on, I mean,
Oh, man,
like,
like, are you really Battle Brothers if you don't like loofah
If you
each
don't-
other up?
little pop on the hiney with the towel,
How are you supposed to get under that black carapace?
Exactly.
Come on. I mean, they're like a football team, right? Come on,
Yeah, everybody knows Fulgrim baited his whole first company.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
He's like, y'all,
That's right.
fresh out of battle. He's like, everybody get to the showers now. I'll be there in a minute.
Dude, I can see a guy talking. He's like, dude, I'm gonna get in there real quick, shower off, get out before he gets back, all right?
One guy's like, no, dude, I don't need to shower. I didn't even sweat that much. Like, I'm not.
I was actually
Sir,
a medic.
I'm not tired. I'm not sweaty.
I'm gonna go ski in the battlefield for a little bit, sir.
That's when you just take like the can of Axe and just like spray it all over yourself. And like, nah, I'm good. I already showered.
It's all right. It's all right. Smell we don't smell fresh.
Nah, dude. When everybody knows when a Primarch wants to bathe you, he's gonna bathe you.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
You can't escape.
It's gonna happen.
Can I join the Death Guard?
See, no, it's even worse in the Death Guard because you actually get bathed in poison.
Chemicals, right? At least I have to think about something the whole time.
Like, like the acid from the Aliens movie? Like, when you kill an alien, like, the acid comes out, the acid blood? That's showering for Death Guard.
That's why they're so dirty. It's because nobody wants to do that shit.
Everyone's like, you know what? I didn't even sweat that much. Like, yeah, I know we're fighting on a volcano planet. It wasn't hot. Like, I was fine.
You know what? My
I was a little cold.
Ventilation system was working really well.
Yeah, I was a little chilly. Like, it was.
Yeah, it was too cold actually.
So I got I was and I know it's I was reading somewhere that the Space Marines actually have their junk removed.
That's not true.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean I just wanted I didn't think so.
Have you ever heard of Slanesh?
Well, I mean they grew appendages, right? I mean they got
Right.
it's like mutation and stuff like that, right? I mean, but like your average Space Marine, right? To like
They never truly say.
Hey,
they never truly say
just
on that.
Just because.
Remember, Warhammer's for kids, so they don't need to talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Just
Horus
because-
Heresy's for men. So we need to know.
We're all. That's what.
Hey,
you got
I didn't know do my Space Marines have dicks or not. Like, that's important to me.
Send them an email. Send them an email.
Is it enhanced? I mean,
You wanna
you
model
think
it?
it would be enhanced too, right?
I think
Okay.
ADB makes a reference to that in the Emperor's Gift. I'm pretty sure that it's enhanced too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
why
but-
would it need
Well, that's the thing, like, okay, for propaganda sake.
Why do you
like,
not,
when
Michael?
we're
Come on.
doing
Hold on. I like where Josh is going with this.
Yeah.
In World War II, in Vietnam, we dropped like oversized condoms and pamphlets, exclaiming how large the manhood on the U.S. GI soldier was. You know what I'm saying?
Works.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The logic is sound.
What if all of a sudden you're in a jungle and you get waxed, you get wounded, right? And this gorilla big American USGI comes out and butt rapes you. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you be like?
Yeah,
like
right. I know exactly what you're saying, Josh.
I'd get under compliance so fast.
Yeah.
So they just leave.
It's not happening.
You guys see the size of them? Oh my god!
I mean, I think it would be like a scare tactic, something like intimidation tactic.
Exactly.
They call them the Blood Angels. Oh
no. I'm glad we discussed that because now I know that the only reason that they're enhanced is for the intimidation factor, and so that they can let other legions know it's like, look, we're gonna bring this to your ladies. Y'all better get compliant. It's like, okay, we're compliant, we're cool. We're just
cool.
Don't worry about it. Be cool, bro. Be cool.
Don't compliance me, bro. Don't compliance me.
If there's no ladies, we'll send the Emperor's children in.
No compliance for ladies, bro.
Nothing to say.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So did any all get in games over the past week?
No.
Dude, we have been
sad day.
I was talking about
sad.
it today.
It is so I did have some painting seminars this weekend though. I conducted a couple of painting
How'd those
seminars.
go?
Yeah,
Great. And, we had a couple people interested in the hobby, and since my wife was out of town, she was in Boston this past weekend. I went up and spent most of my time up at the shop, and I had a couple of novice painters come in, and I tell people all the time, I can't teach you how to paint, but I can show you the techniques that I use, and you can take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, I said, look at everybody. If someone has something to show you or as a technique that's out there, you may take half of what I told you and half of what they told you and come up with your own, your own way to paint. So I had a couple people, and what I usually like to do is I'll let them pick out a model that they really like. Because if you're not painting something that you're interested in or that appeals to you, what's the point? So we picked out the first guy I met with. He's a school teacher, 3rd grade, and he was getting into painting because he was so stressed out. And I guess I could relate. Because it calms me down when I get to paint. It's just me, the model, and what I'm doing. So I told him, I said, yeah. So he picked out some Chaos Marines, which at the time that was one of the box sets that was there on the rack at the shop, and I showed. Man, I tell you what, you can't assume that people know. Anything right off the bat. Things that we take for granted, like what type of glue to use or what type of primer to use, stuff like that. You pretty much have to, in the beginning, so they don't get discouraged. I guess really hold the hand. He had tried to put his models together because he had bought the box a couple of days before, and he had picked up a Gorilla Glue, but it wasn't the super glue. And I don't know if any of y'all have used it, but it expands, right? So he had his first Chaos Marine that he had assembled looked like something that Nurgle got his hold of, because it was just like bubbles and And I told him, I said, hey man, don't get discouraged. He goes, I almost didn't come today because I tried to put these together and I just had the worst time. I said, look, just take a deep breath. I said, yeah, I brought some supplies. We can put these together. And after we started putting them together, man, he was really enjoying himself. So we started painting. I picked a model. I let him pick a model. I said, pick one that you like, a sergeant or someone that's got a lot of detail. And of course, in the Chaos Space Marine range, one of the allures that is each one of them is very unique and individual. So we picked the sergeant that had big horns on his head and whatnot. And I picked a rank and file TAC Marine, and we began painting. I showed him a couple of of different techniques and whatnot. And by the end of it, his model looked fantastic. And he goes, "Man, I can't believe that." And he pointed at the Nurgle Marine that was all blowed out with glue. He says, "From that to this," he goes, "Thank you so much." So I hope he keeps with it. The next night, I met up with Crystal, which is the local shop owner's girlfriend, and she was painting some Emperor's Children. She liked the colors, she liked the models, and she had actually started reading up on the lore, which is pretty impressive. I think that's still the best way to get into this hobby is to look into the lore. But once again, we walked her through it, and she's excited. She took the rest of her cow fox home, and she's painting it, as we speak. So good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Awesome.
Well
It's
done.
really great that you do that, dude. Like that is like the biggest part of this hobby in itself is having somebody there to help you when you don't know where to go, or just even to work together, like what we do. I mean,
I think we all have our strengths, some people, like my brother, fantastic tactician. I love, and I think, putting a group together like this, and I think we have some really, really good core people that have their strengths. Like, I love running stuff by you guys, and like I said, I like to paint and assemble and whatnot, but I always appreciate y'all's opinions when it comes to like putting lists together and whatnot. And I think that's a key to any area. People that are with you, and you can form a pretty good group.
Yeah.
I think probably one of my favorite things right now with our group is our South Texas Horse Heresy Facebook page. All the work in progresses that are showing up on that page now, like just back to back, you're just seeing like people painting full Solar Ox armies. You're seeing people throwing up their Death Guard right now. It's just, dude, I love seeing like people motivating other people with their army, like that Doug Olson guy. He's throwing up that that Death Guard Leviathan earlier today. Yep. Man, dude, that was so sweet.
Killed it.
And then
yes.
Yeah, dude, I totally love like watching our page and
it's cool, especially seeing how other just like other people's painting techniques and stuff,
Yep.
Yeah. Gunner does fantastic Imperial Fist, like
yes.
Man, like just
who?
seeing them in person,
Gunner?
like
Gunner.
Oh, dude.
Such a treasure, dude. It's like they're so beautiful, and he has.
I cannot wait to see them in person at Stiff too.
Oh,
I'm so
fast too.
like whenever you're like a godfather, and so like you don't have to deal with a baby. You just have to like watch it and like see it grow, and that's how I feel about that army. Like it's not that it's my army or that I have to raise it or anything like that. I just get to watch it grow from a little baby infant to a full-grown adult.
Fully nurtured, fully grown, stiff 2 list already, and
oh yeah.
That creepy uncle. It's like, look at you. Just look at you. Oh.
You made it. You had to go there, Michael. You made it weird. You made it weird.
You full 2,000 points now, huh?
Oh yeah, you at 2,000 points now?
All
Tell
right.
me what you want for Christmas.
Give me 3 Leviathans.
That's so funny. You 2,000 points yet? Huh?
Oh, you are? Oh.
What's that?
It's less weird now. All right.
Let's take this to the tabletop.
Yeah, but that's just a couple of armies that are getting worked on right now that they're posting up. Like, there's a whole bunch of people that are posting their armies up and just killing it right now on our page. So if you need some motivation or anything like that, or you need like that kick in the ass, just start posting pictures up. You'll get like so much positive feedback on your shit.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
And like also if you need help with like how to paint anything or what kind of wash you need to use, throw it up there because there's so many people that are just like willing to throw their expertise out there for you. So just a heads up.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Michael. I'll do it when I get home.
Let's do it right now.
you are home.
But hey, speaking of Stiff 2, what kind of updates do you have for us, Michael?
So on Stiff 2, guys, tomorrow the 11th, right? Tomorrow's the 11th?
Yes.
Tomorrow's the last day to buy your ticket. So
2 left.
we have 2 tickets left. If you are unaware of Stiff 2, I know we talk about it all the time, but just a breakdown, it's a narrative event that we're hosting in Victoria, Texas. And it's going to be taking place on March 12th. It's going to be a 2,000-point army list is what you need to bring. If you want to bring a Primarch, you need to check ahead to make sure it isn't already taken, because Primarchs are limited and they're in short supply. I think most of them are already picked up already. But you're looking at a 2,000-point narrative list. You're looking at a 750-point Zone Mortalis list, and you're also looking at a 3,000-point swing list, which is kind of like your super heavies and kind of like a big game list. If for that swing list, leave all of your little stuff off the table. If you're going to bring it, you need to bring it in bulks of 1,000, because you're going to be fighting much bigger things that are just going to be wiping out infantry. So.
Oh yeah.
So if you don't have any super heavies, do not fret. You can bring 1,000 points of infantry, like elite infantry and contemptors and HQs and Primarchs and stuff like. Or I don't know, you can't bring Primarchs for that, but well, you can, but you'll have to see if they're taken or not. And we've balanced it out to where the small guys will have special things to do against the big titans and stuff like that might be on the table.
Yeah, guys, and also if you, I don't think anybody right now is kind of wary because they can't make that 3,000 points. We'll have some spare super heavies and some spare things that you can utilize and run around with. And guys, we like our super heavies, so we're not going to give you some garbage. So.
Yeah, we put out. Don't worry.
We put out.
Yeah.
When in doubt, I whipped it out.
But just a heads up, guys. As far as the event goes itself, there's 2 different packs. We offer just a blank, just straight up $15 entry, which is just get you in and get you on the table, which we would love for you to do. Just hop in, join us, have a blast. And we also, for $10 additional, I think it makes your ticket $25 before taxes. We also have a Legionnaire pack, which is all of the swag that we're offering. And honestly, guys,
so much swag.
There's a lot.
We kind of you're definitely going to get more out of it. We're not making any money off of this, and we don't want to make any money off of it.
Definitely more than $25 worth of stuff.
Yep.
We just want y'all to have a good time. We want to bring the hobby to Texas, and we kind of want to be the mecca for 30K in the United States. So we're trying.
30K.
So we're trying to bring as much 30K and heresy down here as we can.
I kind of feel bad for the guys that bought the single tickets. I mean, I think there was like 1 or 2 regular tickets sold. I mean, here I am going to be sporting all my cool swag, and I'll be like, hey man, you don't get one of these?
Josh can be that guy.
Oh yeah. Oh. You didn't get one. Oh. Yeah, so it's not too late to upgrade, fellas. Get up in that upgrade, and don't go back to your prospective neighborhoods and show off all your goodies and swags.
Yeah.
Cool Stiff 2 shirt.
just a heads up, guys. For Stiff 2, the whole thing is completely narrative. So if you're coming and you're designing a list that's just to kick ass and run over everybody, this probably isn't going to be the event for you. It's not going to be about demolishing other players. It's going to be a narrative event. The list, the missions themselves aren't going to be your standard missions that you see in the rule book. Some will be, but most will be a narrative campaign that you have to follow. And a lot of the objectives will help out the other tables that your teammates are on. So there is a lot of group effort. Your War Master that you're going to be paired up with is going to actually pick which table he wants you to play on and what he thinks. So if you have a list that you think is good in a certain area, make sure you let your War Master know. It's going to be sweet. As far as the tables go themselves, we were actually really fortunate to get some sponsors for our tables. So a lot of our tables are going to be completely decked out in terrain. So I mean, each table that you'll see, we can actually give a shout out to the stores that are going to be helping us and some of the sponsors. We're going to have a Crossroads Games and Comics table.
Crossroads.
Yeah, that's Zach's store. He'll be, yeah.
3708 North Navarro, Sweetie, Victoria, Texas.
Yeah.
Come to Crossroads for all your gaming needs.
So we'll have a Crossroads table. We're gonna have I think we'll actually have a couple of Goldmine tables. That's actually we've actually pointed that out before, that Mike Gupton with Goldmine Games. He doesn't do comics anymore. It was Goldmine Comics when he was in Victoria. But Goldmine Games is going to be there with 2 of their tables, and their tables are going to kick ass. I mean, if you've been in their store and if you've seen their tables, you'll know exactly like how legit these tables are. Mike Gupton, he's real passionate about the hobby, I guess is the good word for it. You can see one of his Imperial Fist armies in the
7th edition rulebook.
The 40K rulebook.
The 40K rulebook.
He's won some armies on parade. Yeah.
He's kind of a big deal.
He's kind of a big deal, and he's got some badass tables.
He's a Victoria legend, but he's now in Richmond, Texas.
So we're gonna have a couple of Mike Gupton original tables. We will also have one big table that we've been working with Angry Mojo Games. So if you go to Angry Mojo Games, go check them out. We've actually got a full table decked out terrain from these guys. We were working with them. We picked up some terrain from them, and it's going to be sweet. It's going to be like a giant city. It's going to be so freaking cool.
Came.
Yeah, no. You're techno Viking again, Josh.
We're losing you, man. Plug.
Woo!
You got to plug it in.
I am plugged in. It's because I look so good on this camera.
Yeah, I think it's stuck in your beard.
But yeah, I mean, if you can't play, just come in and look at the terrain, because it's gonna be fantastic, people. Like,
yeah, absolutely. If you're in the Victoria area, anywhere near there, just stop on by at any time. It's free admission if you're not playing. Just come by and check it out, and you'll see some great looking armies and awesome terrain. Nothing's worse than to me anyway. You don't get the actual feel if you're playing with the cardboard terrain with little squares cut out in it or some pieces of styrofoam. It's going to be the real deal.
I was there.
Yep.
I did that.
Everybody's done it. If you played this game for any amount of time, you played with some makeshift terrain or like an ice chest on the table or some ridiculous.
You remember us buying those fucking houses from Hobby Lobby for like?
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. That's exactly what I was gonna say. There's 3 things that every hobbyer played with: the Hobby Lobby trees. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of y'all play with the Hobby Lobby trees.
Yep.
The Hobby Lobby peat moss shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the little houses from Hobby Lobby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those any trains.
And the houses are always out of scale, so your guys look like they're fucking making
Godzilla.
Squatland.
So yeah,
man, but that was legit back then.
That's what gets you in. That's what gets you in.
The real deal.
Or when you're Colin and I, you make books. You make book houses.
Yeah.
So yeah, this Star Wars book, this is a hill. Or these 2 Horus Heresy novels. Yeah, this is a.
There was a time in Colin and I's gaming career where we were really slumming it. It was
I know it's flat, but it blocks line of sight. Trust me. It does.
You can't see them really.
Yeah, they're behind the book. They're behind it.
Yeah, we had to play on carpet and hope that
like. Time to be a wargamer.
Yeah, it was hard. It was not easy.
We talked about
the struggle's real.
And here we are trying to rent Bushwick Phil to use him as a Warlord Titan on the field of battle.
We've come a long way, man. Moving on up.
So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for Stiff 2. If you come down, it's free if you don't have a ticket to come check it out and watch. Really, if you're in Texas, I don't see why you wouldn't be here. So Just
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
give us
I
a
can
check
say, if you're in the Austin area, definitely make the drive down. It's like 2 hours tops, and I mean, you're gonna see some awesome armies, and like, I mean, it'll be cool. I'd argue it'd definitely be worth the 4 hours total driving time.
I'll tell you what, though, what really got me and put it in perspective, and I mean, like, this is happening, was when I think it was Michael that said, didn't you say the LVO had 30 entries? Or
Yeah.
30,
Yeah,
32.
32 entries for a 30K event. And I mean, we're talking Vegas, right?
Yep.
And here we are, Victoria, Texas, and we're
We
sitting
got
at
26.
Big time, baby. Big time.
Heck yeah, heck yeah.
We're kind of a big deal, guys, just in case no one realized that.
We're like the
Yeah.
We're
So
real
now
big
they're
in Canada.
flying in, right? They're
Yeah, we
straight
got
flying
guys.
in. We got
Yeah.
Sean from Nebraska, from the Season Initiative podcast.
Yep.
Right?
Shout out to him.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about that a little while ago.
Oh, I
Okay,
missed it.
sorry.
Sorry.
I missed it too. But Nebraska, that's a long drive.
So we could probably almost say we're like the third biggest 30K tournament in the country.
Wow.
Well, you know,
There's
if you want to put it like that.
There's like
Biggest-
The numbers aren't in, but you know,
I mean-
it's looking that way. It's pulling that way right now.
There's LVO and Nova, and then there's us.
Okay.
So
If
yeah,
we exclude the Canadians.
yeah. Let's just stick with Texas. Let's just say we're the biggest
Definitely.
30K event in Texas.
I'd say south of the Mason-Dixon line. I think that's a
South of the
fair
Mason-Dixon line.
that's a fair point right there. You know.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
I think
I
just wanted
I
to see
agree.
Mason-Dixon
Those are
line.
good odds. Zach,
In the
yeah.
Midwest and the Southeast, we're the biggest.
For sure.
We are
When you
from
get
I'm-
to
I don't know how
Victoria,
big it is in Mexico, but we're doing well.
If someone from Mexico wants to chime in,
Yeah,
Michael
El
was in
Chapo.
Mexico.
Michael, you were just there.
yeah, you were there. How big is it?
I didn't see any. I was looking around too.
El Chapo plays Night Lords, I think.
Oh, good man.
He's real-
Yeah, I knew I
he's
liked
real-
it.
With Sean Penn, but Sean Penn is definitely a Imperial Fist player.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, El Chapo read the Night Lord
How dare
series. He's like, I wonder, can I try this? And you know,
Yeah.
He's real underground, man.
Does this work in real life?
You know, there's a
Here's another point.
there's a whole Laredo group that plays that I've always wanted to go meet up with because I'm like maybe an hour away from them when I'm down south, and I'm just like, man, dude, let me just go get a game in, like get off of work, and let me just go drive to Laredo and get a game in. But then I think about how dangerous that is and how
Yeah, don't do that, man.
how
Yeah,
sketch that
not
is.
worth it, Michael. We love you. Don't do it.
Yeah, we're,
I'm not even worried about myself. I'm worried about my Raven Guard. Like,
It's like the drop site massacre all over again.
no, just shoot me. Just shoot me. Don't take my Thunderhawk. Just shoot me.
Don't take my children.
No, not the gaming case. Oh no.
Why are you covered in white powder? That's resin. I swear.
A resin addiction.
Mr. Narco Man, I swear I didn't do it.
Sean Penn, no.
Hey, so anyone else have like? Okay, so you can get the arms that hold bolters, and you can get the sergeant arms that hold swords. But how do you like? Where do you get your assault marine arms? You have to like just rob them off of shit? Because I've already like butchered all my flesh carriers.
I get
Mars
them. I
Mark
get them from
4.
Chaos Space Marine squads. I buy them from Chaos Space Marine squads because it's just they have 10 close combat bolt pistol and extra power swords and power whatever weapons. Them or the Space Wolf kits, they all have like these close combat, and they also have bolters that are awesome looking. And it's just cheaper because they're like $39 for a box set of them. But you know, I mean, it's just like still it's a great kit badge.
If you buy the if you
Who's
buy
got
like,
the
the
phone?
Mark 4
Yeah, really.
or the Mark 3,
Who's buzzing? Who's got the vibrator?
somebody's got their phone right by the speaker.
That right there. Who was that? Who just got a text?
that might have been me.
Come on, Colin.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
texting right
Oh,
now.
Wait,
come on.
I think
Sexting
Colin.
right now? You're sexting now?
Sorry,
We can only see his upper torso, right? So.
Colin is naked from the pants down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got
I was like,
pants
hey,
on.
what's this picture I just got from? No.
He says, "No, babe, I can do both."
It's like that one Key and Peele sketch, you know.
It's just the guys. It's just the guys. It's all good.
It's just some nerds. It's all right, baby.
Yeah, these nerds don't give a shit. They should be lucky. Be lucky.
They're fucking nerds. Don't worry about it.
Bitching women, they stop breathing.
Nah, one of my friends is spamming with emojis right now, and I don't know why.
Oh, they're probably watching.
He found your secret. He's just watching you online right now. Like,
I'm gonna fuck him up.
You thought you could hide. Fuck up him with emojis. What kind of homo sends you emoji?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey man, it's 2015, all right? It's 2016.
Simon's sending you emojis.
No, not me.
You caught him.
Yeah, you caught me. Fuck.
But Josh, to answer your question, if you take like a hobby knife to the elbow and just like rotate that right arm, it's a quick conversion to make.
Dude, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm actually like making little slits in the bolter, holding the left hand for the bolter, right? I'm like making little cuts in the fingers to try to get them to grab the axe, you know, like straight up.
Like grab it, you know?
Yeah, and everything is like
like to grab the axe, you know. So like I gotta like make the fingers articulate.
Another thing you could do is buy like the Mark IV power weapon kit. It comes with like 5 sets of close combat arms, so you can arm half a squad like that. Though it's not the cheapest option.
Right.
If you're banking, you know.
Yeah.
I'd honestly say go to eBay, just look for Assault Marine arms, and you probably get a decent amount for a pretty good amount for not too much money. That's what I do.
That or Chaos Space Marine arms.
It's so easy for Night Lords because they have they're really chaosy anyways. So you just utilize the whole kit from there, just mix and match them all together. I mean, this
Josh, how is your old Blood Angel set?
Dude,
I mean, are you just tearing them apart? Because I've seen you like working through that army and just turning it all Iron Warriors. Like, how is that? Is that what you're doing? You're just destroying them all?
I have a flesh tear. Like I have a flesh tear army that's like just nothing but jump pack assault marines. I mean, like everything. There's no vehicles. It's all freaking. And I have just taken every chain sword and every assault arm, and now it's like, I got a bunch of armless marines in a case. It's like crap. But they're feeling the brunt of it. But these world eaters are coming out pretty good with the double axes. Look at that! It's
much better.
Nice.
Hey, did you send off that?
Dude, put your hand behind him. I want to see that. Put your hand. Yeah, let's go.
I love it.
I love it.
He says like, "Fuck you." Yeah. So that's an actual bolter arm. Like I have twisted his bolter arm so that he's like swinging the axe. Yeah.
That dude looks like he does like capoeira and like Eddie Gordo style swing some axe.
I think this is my favorite one right here because he's got the axes like in the parry.
Nice.
Like,
I like it.
Yeah, he's blocking. Like he needs a block.
Yeah, that dude's terrifying.
Scared.
I would pick
I fucks you.
So
are you done, bro? Are you done with all your army?
I just got all my chain axes in, so I'm like trying to make actual tack squads with double chain axes for my world eaters. So I'm like chopping fingers and articulating hands and running through the bits of this horse heresy set.
What marks are you doing?
They're all world eater upgrade kits. So I got the Mark IV legs, but I'm running the world eater upgrade kits with the torsos, the helmets, and the
shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads,
I love it, man. Love it.
Hell yeah.
So basically the 40K Berserker helmets with the bunny ears chopped off.
Yeah. The veterans, like there's the veterans have like the kind of like a prequel to the corn helmet.
Put your hand behind it so it'll focus.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
is this? I actually got a guy here. Let me see. The one with the teeth on his.
The teats?
Oh, nice. Let's milk him.
Look at this guy. If you look at.
Oh, does he have a mouth chest? Oh, he does have a mouth chest.
The mouth chest, nice.
Yeah, you were talking about that earlier.
Focus. It's trying. There it goes.
The mouth chest.
Oh, that is the mouth chest.
That is
Nice.
so cool.
You know what? Before we go any further, let's discuss this because it needs to be discussed. Okay, so
Take it easy. Deep breath.
all right. So, who are the tech adepts that are designing this like intricate as armor for the Space Marines? Especially like not so much now. I mean, I guess maybe because of the 30K World Eaters with that chest you just showed me. Yeah, I guess maybe that is going to be one of the extreme examples that I'm thinking about. But like, let's think about in the 40K Chaos Marines with like the crazy ass like symbol. Does their armor just like morph that way, or is it like some guy that's
dude.
They
Hold on.
They got like a 15-year-old. They got a 15-year-old edgelord tech priest, and he's like, how can I make this cool? It's already red. I'm gonna put some teeth. I'm gonna put some spikes on this bitch. That's.
Now, I gotta go back to because I missed the earlier conversation, but I did hear about the compliance by penis size. Like I think that might be relevant. Like they said, okay, the penis size, maybe it stopped working, maybe they're all wallowed out or whatever, but they're like, we gotta do something different. I know, we'll just put like big teeth, like right here in the torso. Like I'm gonna eat my penis is gonna eat your penis or whatever, you know.
See, but I just don't see like who hosted that meeting. Who was like, hey guys, can we talk?
Angron. Angron's like, Lord Angron, we're looking at designs for your men. What do you think? Put some teeth on that bitch. Bitches love teeth.
We all have huge dicks. Come on.
Like Night Lords, I get.
They love it with teeth.
Like I get the scare tactic with like Night Lords where they're like, hey, look, let's make it real spooky. Let's go ahead and put some like intricate designs on there that'll make them think they're getting attacked in their nightmares and stuff like that. Let's do weird shit like that.
On that shit.
Yeah, exactly. But like World Eaters, that just seems like a waste of time, and it seems like
wouldn't really care, right? You don't think they'd care? Like they'll go out there naked. Like look at Karn. He's like, I didn't even put all my armor on. I just came out here to kick ass. You know?
I have
Karn
long,
probably didn't give a
hair.
shit,
I'll
really.
kill whoever.
And you know, if you really
bubblegum.
If you really get in like deep on it, and you just think to yourself like, man, they're adding all these extra plates to me, all these extra teeth to me. This bitch is sharp. I can't sit down right. Like I can't like.
Well, you like think about the bunny or berserker helmets, right? You're like, it's supposed to be for veterans, right? It's like it was a joke at first, right? They're like, hey, Mike, look, we put bunny ears on Rico's helmet.
It's fucking great.
Little do they know.
Like,
I literally shit in my power armor for 10,000 years. I can't wipe my own ass because they
I've been too afraid to take it. I killed my mom when I gave her a hug.
This is awkward.
Oh shit!
Do y'all remember that book where it was like the drop pod landed like too hard and like snapped the Space Marine's neck, and he was like, ah, fuck. It's like we lost one in this drop pod assault. Like it's just like one of them died. Like I feel like that guy just got new fucking armor, and his straps like didn't work right. Like I feel like he couldn't get snug, and like he was trying to tell his sergeant before they started.
Guys.
Like, coach, is this supposed to feel like this? Oh, you're alright. Your body's made to take this hard of a landing.
It's like this, like say it was like an Ultramarine. He's like, I don't know, boss. This big U they just put on here, like the big, it's kind of messing with my strap a little bit. I feel like it's cutting it a little bit. And then
Die for the Emperor. I didn't sign up for that.
Well, now imagine this tech priest. He's like, look, dude, we gotta redesign the drop pods. What? Why? Cause we put all this shit on their chest, right? Straps don't fit.
The straps were designed for Mark IV plate that was flat. Now we got them to have. They all got their own fucking logo on there.
They don't even look like a Legion anymore.
He's like, He's like, they said they weren't gonna sell out, and here they am, they got the Ultramarine Omegas all over them. He's like, it's embarrassing, really.
No, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I thought that they were gonna have honor and pride, and none of them were gonna want these stupid logos on there. But no, they're lining up out the door.
Bunch of fucking sellouts.
So, how about
Like,
no, bro. Stop.
Techno
film and go into the.
Put it on silent.
Can you hear me?
yes, we hear you.
Can you hear me?
You're Techno Viking again.
Okay. Did I smooth out?
What are you doing?
Smooth out. You
Close
smooth out.
out some programs.
You put all your magnets like right next to your computer, or what?
Yeah, I'm too close to this model.
You made him think. You made him think about it. He's like, oh, maybe I did. Oh, he had to stop. Oh shit.
He's like, how do y'all clear y'all's hard drives? I just run a magnet over mine every time. Like, is that not what everybody does?
Yeah, don't put the Warlord like right on top of the computer. Like, don't do that.
Nothing. We didn't say nothing about no Warlord.
Oh, sorry.
My bad, B. So
Okay,
yeah, so I needed to get that off my chest.
Here's Gilman going up to the tech priest. He goes, okay, look, I got some ideas for the Mark IV. Okay, you kind of totally screwed us on the Mark III. The Omega symbols were way too small. We're gonna need to go at least 3 times bigger.
It needs to be
symbols.
3 times big.
That's a bit excessive.
What is this, an Omega for ants?
These aren't Codex and Starkey size Omegas on my arm.
Colin, your phone on mute.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking the blue you use, the Cantor blue, is just not screaming. It's not talking to me. I want to go Macrage blue.
I brought my own
swatches.
I brought my swatches.
Is it Macrage?
I thought it was Macrage. I say Macrag, really.
It's not Macrag?
Guys.
Hold on, let's listen to the guy that listens to audiobooks. Go, Michael.
It's Mick Bundus. Y'all know.
I don't know what I was expecting.
If nobody can pronounce it, you just throw Bundus at the end. It's good.
You know what? I have no regrets that I brought that up at that one point. I was right. You guys were wrong. God damn.
One of the worst dreadnoughts in the history of dreadnoughts. Like the Three
But you have heard of me.
So good. So
I may be bad.
Yeah, but now I imagine.
Sam likes Bundus.
See, now you're making me imagine Gilliman is like fucking Derek Zoolander. Like, it has to be. This Omega has to be at least 3 times as big.
That's like the conversation Garo had when they gave him his first baby eagle.
What is this, an eagle for traitors?
Do you want me to label you as a heretic? You better make it bigger.
Like, I can see Garo being like extremely fucking nice, but like the tech priest being extremely irritated with him. It's like, hey guys, look, I put in this order last week and I said I wanted a fuck off huge eagle.
And I just got a huge eagle. Like,
I just got a huge eagle. Like, I know huge is kind of like I mean,
really?
it's relative, but to me, I want people to see me at least 300 yards away, and I want them to know that I have an eagle.
I get it. Y'all are busy making bionics and shit for patrons with lost legs. Like, I get it. I understand. But, like, I'm just saying, it's been 2 weeks. Like, come on. Like, is there a manager I can talk to? Like,
I paid for international shipping.
I can talk to, maybe?
I attended the Weekender. Why is my armor not here?
He's on the phone with the wardrobe. Just like everybody else.
I don't understand what you're saying. You're under siege from the world leaders. Look, I'm not going to tell you how to run your business. I'm just saying the delivery date said 2 weeks ago. It's been 2 weeks. I haven't heard anything.
Give me something. Give me something to work with.
You haven't even sent me a tracking number, really. I mean, is that too much to ask for?
I didn't go to the last battle because frankly I was embarrassed.
I was celebrating Chinese New Year.
He's standing in the customer service line, like, and there's like this old lady behind her. I'm here to get something for my grandson. That's nice, old lady. Okay.
I'm getting my grandson his first set of power armor. Can you believe it? That's great, lady.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you, lady. Please move along.
Well, I don't know if I'll live long enough. Can I cut in front of you?
Puts his like instead of like taking out his phone to distract, he puts his helmet on. He's just like
Starts going through internet porn on his phone, on his helmet.
Typhon, call me. It's an emergency. Call me right now.
Turn to channel 9. The breast exams are on again.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, so where were we? What were we talking about? I feel like we went on this tangent and we got lost.
We should probably talk about the Weekender now.
Yes.
Yeah, we found out what Colin was excited about. Josh, what were you excited about?
Yeah, Josh, what are you excited about?
Iron Circle, man. By all means, look at the size of those freaking. Look at the size, and it's not so much the rules. It's not so much the play. It's the model itself.
They look
man. Oh my God, they're so awesome. Yeah. So. Me being an Iron Warriors player, of course, I was like super stoked because I mean, how do you keep something like that under wraps? Like I didn't hear like a peep about, hey, we could be releasing this or we could be releasing that. I mean, everybody knows they kind of had an idea of where things were going.
They don't tell people.
They're good at that.
They're pretty good at that. I was totally taken by surprise. I loved it.
I feel like how do you like honestly like if I was working at Forge World HQ. I'd have like a secret Instagram account that I'd just be like taking pictures like all the time, just nonstop pictures.
They would know.
And
Forge would know.
That's what happened to the guy who leaked that plastic tactical marine spruce. He got fired because of that.
No way, really?
Yeah, they found out who he was and he got fired.
How'd they find out?
Forge World knows.
There's only so many people that know about it.
Yeah, it's like Scotland Yard and shit over there.
There's like 7 guys working in there.
There ain't the cops aren't doing shit over there. There's not like they got badass terrorists and shit like we do.
Yeah, they do.
Badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
I meant like bad, not bad. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn, Michael.
Not
Kind of American.
Too soon, Michael. It's too soon. You can't
God
do
dang
that.
it. Now they're listening to our podcast.
We're never gonna get our Forge World Connect in the.
Yeah, come on, dude.
God damn it, Michael.
You blew it, dude.
They're not gonna let me go to.
Just fucked us all.
I just want some Forge World T-shirts. That's all I
I
want.
know, right? Can we get some T-shirts?
Just one.
You know what we need to do? We need to invite Forge World to Stiff 3.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, right.
now you're thinking, Simon.
Simon, you got a big heart. I love it.
Unveil a model there.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, guys.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, between that and these
save Dorn for Stiff 3, Forge World, okay?
Actually, guys, you heard it here first. They're holding off on Dorn until
Stiff 3.
Stiff 3. So
be there.
Our last 2 tickets sold.
Someone tell Lady Adia to put that on her blog. Dorn revealed at Stiff 3. Be there.
So good.
Yeah.
So
What about you, Michael?
What about me, man?
Yeah, what were you most excited about? The absolute most. There was so much, but what's the most? What's the tits?
Honestly, man, that's as soon as I've seen the pictures of the Stormbird. They've been floating around for a while, so like I knew it was there. So, but actually seeing that many angles of it and like seeing all the doors opening and seeing it unloading that Rhino, I was like, fuck, dude. Like, when you like pre-plan like your paychecks like a month in advance and you're like, fuck, now I can't do this because I'm going to have all this money tied up in a Stormbird. So like that's pretty much where I was at right there. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, I got to buy that thing. Shit.
I mean, are we talking Leviathan? Like, need a place to put your Levi's in? Or what do you have plans for the Stormbird? Do you have like a plan for the Raven Guard and the Storm? Is the Stormbird going to be Raven Guard?
Yeah, it's absolutely going to be Raven Guard. But
Lame.
It's one of those things.
Look at Colin, man.
Well, I mean, it's got. I mean, I don't plan on like I don't plan on ditching my Raven Guard anytime soon. Like, I've thought about working on other legions, and I've planned on working on other legions. And now that there's rules for Blood Angels, and I saw the rules for Dark Angels, like seeing all these rules coming out for like these new legions, kind of makes me want to start another legion. But man, dude,
Do Space Wolves with me, Michael.
Raven Guard are so tits, dude. On it,
That's what I was the most excited about.
let's
Be doing Space Wolves.
let's
Simon,
Deck
tell us about the
concept art.
Space Wolves.
let me take a minute to veer off for a second. So when it's coming. So I was playing Solar Ox, and honestly, it just wasn't that much fun for me. But playing Solar Ox, I was like, you know what? I love Space Wolves. Let me go ahead and get a Space Wolf army going. And originally my plan was to give it to my buddy Derek, so I can just like sneak him into the game like without him knowing that he's playing. And because he's one of those addicts that like, you know, he got off. Yeah, he got off of the crack, and I'm just trying to like sneak some into his drink. So I was like, let me just buy some Mark III Marines. Let me get a whole bunch of Space Wolf heads, and let me buy 3 Dreadnoughts, Legion Dreadnoughts, and 3 Contemptors, and I'll buy this Daredeo because I just wanted a full Dreadnought list to run along with these Space Wolves. And my initial idea was just have all these Dreadnoughts just deep striking in and just like handing out ass with their graviton graviton guns inside of their hands. And I was like, yeah, this could be so fucking sweet. And then I started playing the game more, and I was like, man, this list is gonna blow because there's not too much going on with it. And so I was like, oh well, you know, let me go ahead and I'll put this to the side and I'll work on it eventually whenever Space Wolves actually do come out. And then this guy Ruben took interest in the game, and I knew that he had played Space Wolves, so I was like, you know what? We'll get another player in the game. I'll give Ruben these Dreadnoughts and these Mark III Marines. And so I just gave him everything I had.
Damn it, Michael. You fucked me.
And like, dude, like that stuff that I had was like I had like taken apart like Space Wolf Dreadnoughts, and like I gave my Contemptor like with a big ass axe.
God damn it, Michael.
One of them the claws. Like it was some badass fucking Space Wolf Dreadnought. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and give those away because like right now they're not gonna be this thing. And then in the Weekender throws out the Fury of the Ancients fucking Rite of War, and now I'm just like, oh well, fuck me then, you know.
What have I done? What have I done?
That's exactly what I felt like. I was like, shit. I was like, oh well, at least I got another player to play against. But fuck, now he's gonna use this badass Rite of War. And like the only thing I thought about was, well, fuck, now I'm gonna have to buy a whole bunch more Contemptors again. I'm gonna have to buy some more Dreadnoughts.
You know what's funny is, sorry, Michael, go ahead.
Oh no, and like I can't do the same conversions that I already did because there's already an army in Victoria with those same conversions.
Yeah. That's brutal, dude. That's brutal.
Sucks.
Space Marines or Space Wolves don't even like Dreadnoughts that much. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
They like the Farabundus Mark IV.
Well, what I was
Who doesn't like the Farabundus?
like whenever I was building that army, like I was thinking in my head, I was in Battle of the Fang mode, where like that's all they had, and so like just fucking last stand, getting their ass kicked, wake up all the boys, and wakey Dreadnoughts.
Read the Ragnar books. Like they venerate Dreadnoughts more than any other or any other chapter in the 40K universe.
Yep.
And there's a reason why, and it's because of that. It's also because of Prospero, because of what happens to all their Contemptors.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah, dude, I fucking Battle of the Fang is probably one of my favorite books to read, just because when they wake up all those Dreadnoughts and they're all like scared, they're like, fuck, like we gotta wake up Bjorn. Like, is that?
Bjorn!
we gotta wake him up. I feel. It's like a lot of. So many people dead. Could you please help, please? Yeah. So yeah, that. So the Rite of Wars, man. There's a couple of them I'm really interested in. Fury of the Ancients. I'll probably start a new Legion for that with just a shitload of Dreadnoughts. Oh no, I don't like salamanders. No,
Yeah,
But they're all about dreadnoughts though.
yeah, but
any legion can be about dreadnoughts. Like that's the thing about like 30K.
Not White Scars and not
Yes,
Space Wolves.
well,
yeah.
Space Wolves have a lot of dreadnoughts. They just don't have a lot of contenders.
To just keep them in the fang. Yeah, no, I was like, oh, what's Josh showing?
That guy came
Ooh,
out kind of
do an all Thousand Sun Contemptor army. That'd be sweet.
Dude,
They're a bunch
Thousand
of
Suns are
vacuums full of
looking
dust.
titties. Those Thousand Suns are looking titties, man. Oh, I gotta say.
Dude, them space wolves.
Did you see that? Did y'all see that picture?
Which
of
one?
It was the Contemptor Dreadnought for Thousand Suns, and
Pimp.
that dude circled the base, and he said the first sign of 30K Space Wolf sighted.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was like inside the base, the fucked up Space Wolf. So, yeah. No, but I was excited for that Rite of War. I was excited for Fury of the Ancients, and I'm also really excited for the Recon one.
That one's cool.
Oh yes.
There's
Where it makes, recon squads compulsory troops.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about with that army, I'm probably gonna run 30 Dark Furies,
Cool.
15 Recon Marines, and just because I think first turn everybody gets shrouded in the army, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so first turn everybody gets shrouded, and so on top of that,
don't Raven Guard get stealth too?
If they have Chameleon, they'll get stealth.
Oh, okay.
But yes, yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things that you can do. Like basically just like have some Recon Marines like chilling up, and then have all my Dark Furies come in with their newly added Raven Claws on everybody.
Just fuck my army up, dude.
Raven Talons on everybody. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking sweet. So yeah, that's pretty much what I saw that I was pretty excited about.
Yeah.
What are you excited for, Zach?
Well, I was kind of working throughout the whole release. You know, I was checking in quite often, but I mean, I didn't really get the full effect. Like, I wasn't sitting somewhere just watching shit pop up and do that. Obviously, I'm biased towards the Sons of Horus right now because I'm putting them all together, like with the quickness, getting ready for Stiff 2. And I kind of, everybody was anticipating the Justarin change to the Justarin. They were just totally not worth the points, and people were making it known. So I kind of figured it was going, but the change that they made like super surprised me. Like I thought they'd like doubly, like they beefed them up fat. So much where I just had to totally rethink my strategy. So I got super excited about those. Of course, with the new legions and stuff like that, that's good. But that Justarin thing just totally it totally rocked my list. Like I had to like trash it and start all over.
Yeah.
Hey Zach, I think your dog wants out.
Oh, you hear my dog?
He's looking for no. He hears Simon's on here, so
he's looking for me.
He's like, hey.
Got it.
Oh, and he's never returned my calls.
He wants Simon. He smelled him. He could. Simon. He wants a little piece.
Yeah.
That's right.
Come back for seconds.
Yeah.
Never coming back again. Never coming back, Zach.
You can host the next one, Simon.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can all cram it in my dorm room. It'll be great.
So Ryan,
brother?
What were you most excited about from the Weekender?
You know, honestly, I'm excited for the books. I'm excited to see the new fluff. I'm excited to see the new mission, like you were talking about, the Black Shield, the Knights Errant. You know, I'm excited for the updated Legion rules, the new Stardust rules. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, I'm excited for the new characters. I'm excited that they put Ophian in there. You know, like the only Night Lord that is like honorable. you know, well that's in the story. That's like he's like a hero, like no joke. And they put they have that new World Eater
Apothecary.
It completely
changed
World Eater apothecaries. World Eater apothecaries, and perhaps I should leave this to Josh to say, but World Eater apothecaries and their Primaris medicated completely changed their army now.
Hell yeah. And they needed it too,
They do. They make a
Boy,
big
did
difference,
they.
and I'm happy. I'm also very happy because I have 20 Night Raptors, and that new Rite of War for the Night Lords, which makes them troops, is just awesome. Makes me so happy. It's like a homage to the 3rd edition Night Lords.
So good.
Homage.
Homage.
Yeah.
Homage.
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 So Simon,
Yeah.
so what were you excited about? Because I think they're kind of talking about it in the chat, and I think you're probably the one that was excited for it. Who's sharpening a pencil?
Sorry.
Oh, that's me. He's done.
So the Blood Angels. That was
There you go, Relas.
as y'all recall, I was pretty mad at first when I first saw the rules.
Yes.
I'm a little upset because the way I was building my army, neither Rite of War works for me like at all. So that was a little frustrating.
Mine neither.
But then I saw that anyone who can take heavy flamers can take assault cannons.
Badass.
And that well, see, everyone's like, oh shit, you could put like assault cannons in your contemptor fist. First thing I thought of was, oh fuck, I can buy rotor cannons now. I finally have an excuse to buy rotor cannons. Because I mean, because you take a heavy support squad, they take heavy flamers. Boom, swap those heavy flamers for assault cannons. Fuck you, I have a squad with assault cannons sitting around gunning shit down.
Like your opponent walks up and like, oh, you took a squad of rotor cannons? Oh, like those suck. Like,
Joke's on you. They're actually assault cannons. But I also changed my list. I dropped a Deradeo in place of 3 Predators, who are all going to have...
Predators.
Yeah, they are. They're ball Predators. I'm about it.
Oh, it's going to be so fucking...
Twin-linked assault cannons with the Preds.
Bert.
You should get the Deimos or Demos kit for the Predators and then like just throw assault can. Oh, that'd be so fucking sweet.
And because you can take heavy flamer sponsons.
Yes.
Assault cannon sponsors.
Yo, dog, we heard you like assault cannons, so we put assault cannons on your assault cannons.
And then we burn the flamers.
I see Simon in the bits bin over at wherever.
I have so many assault cannons, dude. Like when I play Deathwing and stuff, like I have so many. I'm just like, put them on fucking everything.
I just realized
buy that Deathwing army.
The Deradeo has a
no, my Deradeo has nipple assault cannons now. It's fucking great.
Oh my god, it's so powerful.
And my Leviathan is also going to have
nipple assault cannons.
Nice.
All it is.
I'm trying to think about what else has like weird heavy flamers.
Land speeders.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
So you can take 40k land speeders now with assault cannons.
Just it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Attack bikes?
Yeah, but attack bikes can take heavy flamers too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Simon,
that's
that
so
sword
brutal.
Assault cannons, attack bikes.
That sword is pretty nice.
So I was excited for that. But I was honestly, so when I saw the Space Wolf concept art and I saw the work in progress Lehman Russ, that I was like, oh shit, like
kind of came a little there.
Yeah, I did. I was like, I was like, oh my god.
I thought they kind of made him look like a Pennywise.
No,
dude. He has Fulgrim. I mean, maybe because he has Fulgrim's head, because they're using Fulgrim's head as a stand-in. But like that aren't like he's gonna look badass when he's done.
Dude, the way his running form, like the way he's running, dude, he just looks perfect.
I mean, I was just like, ooh.
Here, hold on, I'm pulling it up.
My goal is to finish the Blood Angels by this summer, and then when I start class again next fall, start on
Space Wolves.
Get
the
some.
Wolfen.
I mean, yeah, look at that motherfucker.
Oh. That's a Primarch. That's how Primarchs are supposed to look right there.
See, that's how I wanted Gilman to look, like charging forward, like, yo, I'm about to fuck your shit up. No, instead we got this.
I'm gonna stand here by this pillar.
Yo ho!
Looks heroic. Come on, Gilliman looks heroic. Come on.
I mean, he looks cool, but like,
He's posing. He's like, look at me.
but I wanted something that I could have run at Weber's Angron and look badass.
And then died at Weber's Angron.
Well, I mean,
I feel like, man, dude, honestly, like, okay, I guess for starters, looking at the model right now, we can't see what's in his hands, but we can see how his hands are going to be placed. What do you
Well,
think he's going to be carrying?
from what
It's gonna be a
the
sword and
sculptors
an
were saying, it's a
axe.
sword and an axe. Yeah.
That's fucking cool
That's
as
his
shit.
weapons, and that's his weapons that I've always. And then he's gonna have what is it? Fenric
He's gonna have Gurky and or
Gurky and-
Jerry and Frecky or something like that.
Yeah. Some his two
Whatever the names
wolves,
of fucking the wolves are.
Yep, Gary and
I have the
Frankie.
Space Wolf Codex somewhere.
Iron
but-
Cattle.
Iron Cattle.
Do you see that comment? So
Yes.
fucking funny. That's that iron leather, son.
They ramps those on Fenris.
But it's gonna look. I mean, he's gonna be cool, and I think the Space Wolves are gonna be a really cool army. I posted.
Hey, Gus just posted. Sorry, I'm gonna say this. Shattered Legions. Require consent. I heard that about the what was it, Knights Errant, but I didn't hear about Shattered.
About what?
The Shattered Legions. I heard that like there was a couple army lists like the Black Shield and all that you had to get consent from your opponent to play them, like the relics. But Gus was supposed to.
See, I haven't heard anything about that, and I haven't seen proof yet. So
This is the
until
first
like we
time.
actually see it, because the book pages, and it doesn't say any of that.
The problem is none of us have the book in front of us right now,
Yeah.
so we have no idea.
And it'll be a while.
Sorry to interrupt, yeah, but yeah.
But
No, you're good.
no, I think the Space Wolves are gonna be really cool. The thing is, I sent y'all that link what I want my Space Wolves to look like today on the chat.
Yeah, that's not hard.
I think but it's I don't know, they're gonna be a really interesting army. And I'd love to start on them, but it's one of those things you really can't, honestly.
You
I mean, you
Yeah.
can.
I have.
You just have to go back over.
I
Yeah.
have 20 to 30 mix and match Space Wolves from the Space Wolf box sets mixed with Mark III armor.
And that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Probably. I might do Mark IV just because Battle at Calth makes it so easy to get that kind of stuff just going, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, but a Space Wolf in Mark III armor looks so fucking good.
It does, and I think
Like,
it'll probably be a mix, honestly, Michael. Like, my second box, like, Betrayal at Calth, part of it will probably go to my Ultramarines, the other part will probably go to Space Wolf stuff. I'm really looking forward to seeing. I'm rereading Prospero Burns right now, and it's just like they're badass, you know. And I've always liked Vikings, so it's kind of like whatever.
You know what? I want to start like a conversation in the chat real quick. So everybody in the chat, this is something that we talked about, and I feel like y'all have like some really fun ideas. If you understand the background of Lehman Russ, you kind of understand like how much of a badass this dude is, and just like how much of an ass kicker he is. We were trying to think of like, who do you think would put up a good fight
Oh yeah.
against Lehman Russ, like from any universe or any other like comic series or anything like that, like just a character that would put up a good fight. Not necessarily. I mean, if you think somebody could beat Lehman Russ, I'll probably argue how they can't.
One Punch Man doesn't count. Fuck you, whoever says that.
So just throwing that out there. I mean, we're talking like anything, like Godzilla, Mothra.
Yeah, that was Michael's go-to, Mothra.
The kids from the Rugrats. Like any.
From the Rugrats, could you imagine? You have a new baby.
See, I thought about it, Michael. Batman with prep time, right? He's invincible, isn't that how it works?
I don't think he has the reflexes that Lehman Russ has.
Curse would have eaten Batman by now already, so.
But he has prep time, Michael. It doesn't matter.
What about the Flash?
Infinity Gauntlet Thanos.
I don't know. I feel like
Oh, man.
Flash will be running around and Lehman Russ will just randomly stick his fist out and Flash will run into it and pedal incinerator or something.
Pretty much.
And then he'll lift his leg and pee on him.
Okay.
See, I think the problem.
Let's let Lehman Russ eat it.
Do what?
Oh,
I think
Angron.
I think the problem would be that Batman would make the mistake of not killing Lehman Russ.
Yeah.
That's where he'd fuck up. Like
He's just another person who belongs in Arkham. He's like Bane. He's a big guy for you.
He's a little bit big. Just rips him in half.
A little bit bigger than Bane.
Picks up
Just
Batman
a
and just
little bit.
swallows him whole.
Crushing prosperity. No survivors.
I'm eating you out of principle.
He just digs up a rock. He digs up a rock in the backyard and throws it at him.
So good.
But no, I'm gonna do like kind of some. I'm thinking about doing like kind of soot snow bases for my Space Wolves. Just like they're burning Prospero. Like that's where I'm gonna put them.
Wolves and snow. How original.
Like whatever, Colin. Whatever
No,
like
soot
you do
snow.
for your. Yeah, sooty snow. Fuck you.
Not
City
snow. Soot snow.
Not like pure.
That's
like
good. That's
driven,
good.
Pure
So-
driven snow.
So soot. I don't even know why we're saying snow. Just
Because there's
soot.
gonna be snow too, just a little bit.
Just soot.
So are you gonna
They'll-
paint
they'll
snow
bring it
first?
with
It's gonna
And-
look
Oh,
like
Yeah,
snow.
and then I'm gonna put like ash and like black weathering powder on top. I'm gonna put a ton of work into it just to cover it all up with fucking weathering powder.
Hey, dude, you
You'll
should
just see
though.
one
Like
flake.
that crushed glass. Have you seen that?
Yeah, dude, just fuck my lungs up if I accidentally breathe it in.
Dude, that shit's scary. Like you gotta be
Again,
committed.
your lungs are already fucked, Simon. You know that.
Yeah, dude.
I did.
Flake.
My chemical burns.
I I did one model with that crushed glass, and that was the scariest fucking thing. That because for one, if you look at like any YouTube video, they're just like, hey, don't you fucking breathe this, because if you do, like you can't get crushed glass out of your lungs. I'm like, okay, well let me put a mask on then, because this
It's
is
like,
scary.
no,
shit.
it gets through your mask too. Oh fuck.
It'll haunt your lungs. That's what it does. So
It's like smoking 10 packs of cigarettes a day.
yeah, dude, they're like, once the glass is in there, you can't get it out. I'm like,
Oh, it's like that
shit.
with resin dust too. Like I don't know, do y'all wear masks when y'all work with y'all's resin?
No.
No. Have you ever seen any of us wearing masks?
Are you dremeling it, or are you talking? What are you talking about for dremeling?
Even like cutting and shaving, you're supposed to wear a mask because like the fine particulate can get inside your lungs and
That's
kill you.
bullshit, dude. That's bullshit.
Look, man, that's what Ford would have told me.
They
All
do
right.
that to sell more masks. Yeah. Do you buy the special Games Workshop masks?
For $50.
Yeah, right. This is
They
the
tell
only
you-
assured way of protecting your lungs.
Who
I'll
told
be
you that, the
longer.
mask company?
Yeah. You go to the mask store.
Oh, exactly. That's bullshit.
So funny.
Let's
thing's
talk
authentic,
about the
man.
changes to the legions. Let's talk about
Yeah,
the changes to the legions.
yeah. Let's talk about the Legion changes.
Nothing.
Alright,
Nothing affected my army.
Who wants to take it? Who wants to take it off first?
I'll start because mine's actually like super easy.
Okay.
So
Next.
mine's I'm just doing Raven Guard, and if you play Raven Guard and you want to know and you don't know yet, then here it is. Dark Furies, they all get Raven's Talons for free now.
Big deal.
So that's 100 points that you don't have to pay for your Dark Furies to get more badass. So if you already didn't think that they were the best unit in the game, which they pretty much are, then they definitely are now because they're effectively 100 points cheaper. So Dark Furies get their Raven Talons for free now. It's pretty fucking sick. They also the Sergeant gets Precision Strike, but he already had it from the FAQ, so it's in a book now instead of needing to print it.
Oh, that's nice.
Cadus Nex got Precision Shots. Of course, that was already in the FAQ, but yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Just
So
eat it. Come on, take it away.
you're dishing out rending hits, so now it's rending precision shots. So if you're gonna be throwing them out there, you may as well throw them out. And more Dathan are 10 more points.
Good.
That kind of sucks, but
That sucks.
God.
they need it. I mean, of course
can't
I'm
have it
gonna
all.
take them. Yeah, I ain't worried about it. You just I love me some more Dathans though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What about your Rite of
good.
War? You get a new Rite of War?
talk about
What
your
was
Rite of
Rite of War?
Oh well. I guess, but it didn't really change. Is that in the new book, like the
Yeah,
Vista-Man book?
everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
Oh,
Come on, Michael.
Oh.
not look at it?
I did, but I was like, Decapitation Strike kicks the shit out of this. Like, why would I
It
take
does, to be fair.
I think it's just
Oh,
like
Yeah.
if you kill an HQ or the Warlord, you get D3 victory points and
Mhm.
something about first turn stealth or something like that. I don't know. I didn't look at it. I didn't care.
Michael's like, I'm not gonna run this, so I don't give a shit.
This is shit, and y'all are shit for writing it.
Hey, fuck you, Forge World, but like, look, Forge World, I get it. Like, sometimes you mess up, but no, fuck you.
Y'all make cool models. Stick to it.
I see if Sam calling me out in the chat saying I don't know how snow works. I don't. You're right.
You're right. He's from
I think it's
Texas.
cold.
Give him a break.
How do you say that? Snaw? Snaw?
No.
Snow?
Gosh,
What is
maybe?
that? It's like a myth, right? It doesn't exist.
I don't know what you do with it. I don't know why it's even here.
You shovel it, right? Isn't that a thing?
I don't know. Are you fancy northerners with your snow? Your snow and your blizzards?
Blizzard.
In your itch.
I don't know what those purple blobs are on the Weather Channel, and I don't want to know.
The only colors I need are green, yellow, and red.
We don't got your snow, boy. We're too busy worried about hurricanes and tornadoes.
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 All right. I guess I'll go next with the Sons of Horus since I got it right here. The Sons of Horus Legion of Astartes, they gain a new ability called Death Dealer, which gives them +1 ballistic skill if shooting an enemy within 12 inches with a pistol, rapid fire, or assault weapon. That doesn't affect Snapfire or Overwatch or Fury of the Legions. That thing's pretty sick, actually.
Sexy.
Yeah, I like it. I like it quite a bit. As I mentioned before, the Justarin change, they actually got bumped up twice. Really, I would have been fine. We had talked about it. Just giving them 2 wounds would have made them I thought almost perfect. I would have taken them then, but they not only gave them 2 wounds, but they also they didn't lower the point cost, but their initial point cost got moved from 205 for 3 to 255 for 5, which effectively moved their starting point cost from 68 1/3 points apiece for the initial 3 to 51 points apiece for 5. So that's like a 17 points model boost for just those initial units. I'm kind of bummed a little bit. I mean, I got over it real quick, but the fact that when you could take 3. You could still take you could take Horus, you could take HQ, or you could take something else with them, in an Anvilus or a Phobos. But now because you have to take you take them in 5s, and you need to have you need to do that. But I mean, I got over it. Like I said, I got over it real quick. They let's see, the normal rules. They also got. Oh, you can take. It's weird. You can take 7. You can add 7 to the squad too, which means that you can bump up the maximum squad of Terminators to 12.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, that is. I'm not sure if that's like a.
I wonder if that's just.
misprint,
I think that's a misprint. I bet you that's a holdover of them from they fucked up and didn't
3 to 7,
fix it.
7, yeah.
I think so, but we made all these copies, so what are we gonna do?
Yeah. Oh,
Good, you let him take 12.
Rub his nose in it.
And also Abaddon, they added Precision Strike to Abaddon for his,
nice.
I guess one of his special rules. That's different. The Rite of War is kind of real. I think it's kind of weak as well. It's they gain Relentless when their own deployment zone, fleet in the section in the middle of the deployment zone. It just says no man's land, I guess, outside of yours and your opponent's deployment zone, and Crusader while in the enemy deployment zone. And they may also reroll 1s to hit on the first turn. And Legion Terminators are troops. It's kind of not very specific and spread out amongst, kind of shooting and assault type armies. So I'm kind of not super enthusiastic about it right now. And Legion Terminators, like I said, they bumped up Justarin so beef that I don't see me taking the Legion Terminators over those anytime soon. At least not right now. Fluff-wise,
they might get an update in the new Red Book.
They may. We'll have to see. We know that they're changing Assault Marine, but we'll just see that. And they also got a special character Tybalt Mar, who is the either to the ore.
I forget his name. He died on.
Yeah, his name is Various Moore or something like that.
Yeah, he dies trying to save Horus.
Brothers, weren't they?
Yeah, he died. Yeah, Timba killed him in False Gods.
They weren't brothers. They were just close.
Yeah, they were real close.
They were both
a little too close.
They were lovers.
They were both called Little Horus.
Little Horus.
They were true sons, weren't they?
Yeah, they were true sons of Horus, and they looked so alike that they almost looked like they were twins.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell them apart.
Yeah, was the other guy the assault? No, he wasn't the assault guy. He was I think he had like melta-guns or something like that. Like he was like a support guy. Yeah, but Temba whooped his ass. You don't even get to see that fight. He's already dead by the time he shows up. But
parallel to when the Emperor
was this.
I lost you, Colin.
And he resisted chaos.
You're really breaking up, Colin. Anyway, Tybalt Mar is a praetor with a special sword that has. I mean, none of these have been really released yet. I don't think anybody's seen the special characters. No. They had 9 new ones.
I've seen only Olympian.
He's got a sword, and a warlord trait means that any enemy unit deployed within 24 inches of him must take a pinning test at the start of the game. So I'm kind of curious to see what it is because I always like special characters, but that's it for the Sons of Horus. But I'm real super stoked for their changes, especially the Just Darren.
I'll go next. I'll talk about the Emperor's Children.
Hold on 1 second, Ryan. I gotta dick out. The wife's been gone for 4 days, and I'm being summoned. So y'all keep your pimp hands strong, and I'll check y'all in here later on. All right.
All right,
man. I'll see you later.
See you later, YouTube.
See you, Josh.
Bye, guys.
Love you. Okay. Well, now I'll talk about the Emperor's Children first, and then I'll talk about the Night Lords. The Emperor's Children actually got a huge boost compared to what they were. And they had a interesting one where they fact them. They gave the FAQ where they got a +1 initiative when they were in a challenge, right? Well, now they changed it to this. All models with the Legionis Astartes rule gain +1 initiative on the charge, which is pretty big. Which basically means you're almost always swinging forward. Because Emperor's Children do like getting soul. But now they made a change to the Sonic Shriekers, which Sonic Shriekers Sonic Shriekers were on the turn you charge, you got a +1 initiative. Now they're a -1 to the enemy's weapon skill for any models that are in base-to-base contact, which aren't immune to fear. Effect is the full length of combat and not just the first round anymore. So basically, they can really drop people down, and they can really put the hurt on them in close combat. Especially with characters like Eidolon, because Eidolon can be initiative 7 on the charge, swinging his Thunderhammer at initiative because he has that Thunderous Charge special rule, which is just phenomenal. That means he can hit somebody on 3s, basically anybody that is in the challenge, any other prey or in the challenge, he can hit them on 3s, basically. Another one they boosted was the Phoenix Terminators are now weapon skill 5, all of them. The Sergeant used to be. But they also gave the Phoenix Terminator Sergeant, and now has 3 attacks. And they have the awesome the Phoenix Spears, which on the charge they're +1 initiative, and they're AP2. And so they're pretty nasty. They're +1 strength as well. Cacophony got, instead of heavy 1, they're heavy 2 now. And in the new Legion Rite of War, they can be taken as troops, and they're relentless in that Rite of War. That can be some heavy low payloads getting launched on people, which I think that makes it pretty that makes Emperor's Children much better than what they used to be. Okay, well, that's basically that's that Rite of War. That Rite of War, it must be said also that most of these Rite of Wars can only be taken a traitor by traitor faction, not a loyal faction for the trade legions. So the only people that can take the Emperor's Children's new Rite of War has to be traitor, has to be declared traitor. For the Night Lords, I'm going to start with the Night Lords Rite of War first. And they have a special new character named Ophian. See, I have him on here somewhere. Up real quick for everybody. Ophian is he's from the books. He makes a presence known in what was it, Prince of Crows or whatever, when he leads the one ship to counterattack the Dark Angels and to basically protect the Legion, and he's made into a Chiroptera because he's a rare Night Lord to actually show bravery or actually care for his fellow Legionist Astartes, So he actually drives in there and fights off a bunch of Dark Angel ships by himself. But he has some special rules that make him pretty unique. He has a power axe. He's armed with a refractor shield. He is a standard Praetor, but he only has a regular armor. But in close combat, his invuln is boosted to a 3+ because of his one of his relics he carries, and also he has this special rule called the Coward. And Night Lords give each other nicknames for they're either ironic or not. They call him the Coward for some unknown reason, but what it is after every wound he takes, he gets a +1 to feel no pain. So he'll have a 5+ feel no pain, and then you have a 4+ feel no pain. And when he has one wound left, he has 3+ feel no pain, and he has a 3+ invuln. So that makes him actually potentially a beat stick character when in close combat with somebody that's not strength 8 or higher or instant death. So he's pretty good. But the reason I want to talk about the Rite of War first is because the new Rite of War does two things. They allow you to take Night Raptors as troops, which Night Raptors are an outstanding unit. They just have that onslaught rules amazing. Their weapon skill 5. They have so you can take chain blades with them, and that's the way I always run them is with at least 4 to 5 chain blades in a unit. I'll put them 10 to 15 man squad because a 10-man Night Raptor squad, as it sits right now, bare bones Night Raptor squad is the same price as a 10-man assault marine squad. So of course you take them as a troop and no-brainer in that objective. That was pretty cool. I didn't think it was going to be as near as good as Terror Assault, because Terror Assault lets you take terror troops. And you can also in the new Rite of War you can take if you have 11 or more members in a squad of your, like say your despoilers or tactical marines, you can take a Charybdis Assault Claw as a dedicated transport, that's kind of neat. That's something not any other legion does. The reason why I was saying I'm using this first because of the change to the Night Lords Rite of Wars. The Night Lords now have they have the special rule called from the shadows, right? And it used to be just standing opening ground the first game turn you had a 6+ cover save. Well, they increased that to a 5+ cover save. They increased that to a 5+ cover save. So that's big there too, and it can stack with stealth and shrouded and everything. They also talent for murder used to be when you outnumbered an opponent, it used to be add just +1 to wound. They changed it from +1 to wound. Now it's +1 to hit and wound. So Night Raptors, and this is confirmed. Night Raptors say their weapon skill 5, and they normally hit a tactical marine on a 3. They now hit on a 2+, and potentially wound on a 2+ as well because they're strength 5 with their AP3 chain blade, rending chain blades. That is a huge advantage in close combat. That is a big reason why you would want to go with this new Rite of War, because not only can you take them as troops, but it also pushes you to take the Charybdis Assault Claw, which means you'll be taking a larger squad of despoilers, which almost makes the spoilers more lethal than a terror squad, because now you can send 20 despoilers into a unit. Every single unit in the new Rite of War can take the trophies of judgment, so they can cause fear and everything. And so now you can have a whole big old unit just hitting on twos, potentially hitting on twos, wounding on threes, or whatever you have added with them. Savitar hitting on twos, wounding on twos. Because I mean, he's re-rolling everything. Terror Squad's preferred enemy, hitting on twos, potentially re-rolling, and then wounding on twos with their sergeant re-rolling. It's big upgrade for them. It gives them a huge advantage, and it pushes you to taking more Marines and squads, taking those bigger squads. They also gave Terror Squads Precision Strike. I think they used to have Precision Shot in the FAQ, unless they didn't put it in there. Instead, Avatar now has additional rules for his psychic powers. We haven't seen them yet, though. So it's pretty exciting for him. Pretty exciting for Night Lords. Maybe a little bit too much for the talent to murder, not limiting it at 3+, but I'm not gonna
Still
complain.
sweet.
Yeah.
Still
Pretty
sweet.
fucking brutal.
Yeah, pretty nasty.
Especially when you have to face them like first fucking turn. Like that's that's gonna be brutal.
Oh yeah, coming down, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to try it out. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, now I can have a reason to run 30 Night Raptors. So
That's how I feel about Raven, the Dark Furies, man.
Nice
Gonna have some nasty ass units running.
Must be nice.
See, what I think is going to be weird is that everybody's going to think, like, oh, shit, this is going to be real badass. And then, like, somebody else out there has something, like, just as badass, if not more so. And you're going to be so focused on your own shit, thinking you're going to rule ass. And it's just going to be like, oh, fuck, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, and then you look at the Ultramarine Rite of War and you cry a little bit.
Would you say, like, I feel like that's how they balance the game. They're like, you know what? Not just one army's badass. All the armies are badass, and we update them all at the same time.
I seriously think that's a real slippery slope. Like, I mean, I hate to, like, I mean, I love it. I love, everyone loves getting the buffs, but you gotta watch it. You gotta watch out there, Forge World, because if shit gets, if all you do is just let's make everything better, then you get 40K.
But at least
that's a fair
it's like with Forge World, at least they did it. At least they did it all at the same time. Whereas like GW, they update one codex at a time, so like you have that power creep. But like at least like with Forge World doing it all at the same time, everything can power creep up together, so it stays all power creep the same.
Well, sort of.
Yeah, Simon's not happy.
You want to be positive about it. I mean, Ultramarines have the newest rules too, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like
and all that.
the Rite of War we have in the book in Tempest isn't that great. I mean, just compared to like some of the buffs y'all are getting for y'all's rights, I'm just like, man, must be nice.
It's pretty
Did you not like your second right?
Not really. I mean, it's cool, but it's kind of like it's very, very specific. It's very, very narrative, which is cool, but it's kind of like you have to build your army a very, very special way for that to really work, and it's kind of like, all right. Well,
that's how they get you to buy another Legion.
I know.
Yeah.
Success. I mean, the joke's on them. You already have Blood Angels.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Fuck you, Forge World.
Like the Dark Furies, man. They're like, oh yeah, everybody gets Raven's Talons. Oh sweet, how do I get those? You have to buy a 5-pack of Dark Furies.
Oh.
And you get one. It's like,
I'm wondering what they're gonna do with that though. Like, can they no longer take lightning claws? I mean, I guess why would you? But
I think you can. I think you get to upgrade to them for free.
But Dark Talon, I mean whatever the fuck they are, the
Ravens,
Dark Furies.
The Ravens, whatever's. But they're just do they have shred and stuff the way the lightning claws do, or are they?
Yeah, they still they're lightning claws with that gets rending and.
What's the downside?
Yeah, what's
Master
the
downside?
Not having.
There's no downside.
Yeah, not having the models, having to buy the Ravens Talons models.
I mean, I can see Forge World just being like.
Why would you not just say the Lightning Claws or Raven Talons? Like, why?
Yeah, I mean, they look different. The Lightning Claws do look different a little bit.
How much different do they look?
Very
different.
They look different, very different, though.
Here, I'll show you.
I think Forge World makes its nut off of
them.
people that want the legit models. They want the.
You're damn right.
The goods.
If you don't think I'm gonna have all legit Ravens Talons, you're out of your mind. you are out of your mind.
That's your
To be
decision.
fair, with those kits, at the very least, you can use those for tactical marine bodies and stuff if you wanted to. I mean, everyone has enough leftover arms and bolters that you could probably get away with that, right?
Probably.
Yep.
Oh, so those are Raven Talons. All right.
Yeah, they look sweet.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you could totally make a
Crap, I'm
tactical squad out of those.
strong,
That I mean, just saying, technically you could.
Oh, that's how you handle business.
Or they could just re-sculpt the kit to all have Raven Talons. Like that's not a big
They
deal.
won't do that. Maybe
They
they'll
won't,
release
but
an
they
upgrade
could,
kit.
but they won't.
If they
Oh, no.
reshaped all the Marines for Calf upgrade sets, they would. I think they could do the Dark Furies too.
Oh, they could, but they're
not going to.
That's not going to sell. They
Why
did the
would
cow
they?
thing to sell money to make.
Yeah. All right. So Simon, did you want to go over Blood Angels too, or do you feel like we already hit them enough?
I mean, we've hit them a decent. I mean, we can look at them. I don't have the rights in front of me.
Okay, so you don't know the rights offhand.
No, because I honestly haven't looked at them that much because I'm just like, I'm probably not going to run them. So,
Oh, you're not going to play them?
So it's only care about whatever Simon cares about.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to play
Basically-
Blood Angels.
basically,
I guess
guys.
I'm going to play them as well. I always wanted to run a Knights of the Blood, like, pre-Heresy army, so
Mhm.
I wound up building I guess a Calf box of them.
I mean, it's more just I don't have the rights in front of me right now. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
About the consumer, Simon. Like we all did the homework. We all did the assigned. We all finished the
I
assignment.
didn't realize that this was a thing we were doing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Come on,
well,
Simon.
I have it right here. You want me to send you the link, Simon, or you want me to go ahead and
The
take it?
Weekender was like 3 days ago, and
Look, man, my girlfriend
had
got
no
mad
idea
at me
we were
last
gonna
weekend
talk
because
about
I
it.
woke up. First thing I did was look up the Weekender stuff when we woke up Saturday morning. She was pissed, so I didn't get to look at it quite as much as everybody else did.
Alright. Well, I'll go ahead and do the Blood Angels. Blood Angels, they have the Legioness Astartes. Their special rule is when in combat and using a melee weapon, the Blood Angels require one
Melee.
less to wound than normal, and that's one less, not +1 strength, but same effect. So basically, if you have a strength 4 power weapon, right? Say you have a sword, you're going to wound on 3s instead of wound on 4s, but that doesn't mean if, say, for some reason you have a strength 7, you may still be wounding on 2s, but it doesn't add to 1 more strength. So it doesn't count towards the instant death, but you do get a +1 to wound.
Yes.
But they may not go to ground, which is kind of strange. I've never heard
They're too
that,
proud for that.
Yeah, I've never heard Blood Angels not do that.
They don't want
They do it all
to
the
mess up
time.
that fancy armor.
Yeah, they're too pretty. And then they, excluding dedicated transports, Blood Angels may not have more. May not have more vehicles than units with the Legioness Astartes. Than with the Legioness Astartes. So they may not have more.
Interesting.
Not counting vehicles, they may not have more vehicles than units with the Legioness
Technically,
Astartes.
the way Forge World is saying it's supposed to be interpreted is Predator squadrons count at anything that can be a squadron only counts as 1 against that.
1, right? That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Their war gear, they get a special, anybody who can take a Volkite Serpenta may take a hand flamer instead. Any model can take a plasma pistol, can take a Inferno pistol, which is a strength 6 melta gun, or a 6-inch
Fancy.
melta gun. Yeah, melta pistol thing. The Praetor Centurion may take the New Sword. Which is if they can take a power fist or anything, it's an AZ2 mastercrafted two-handed, and each wound causes before saves counts as 2 wounds. So you have to roll the save separately, and that's that.
It's pretty cool. I definitely am taking one on my Praetor.
Yeah, I can see. I mean, that's me too, man. I'm gonna do that all day long. Just think about it, man. You get them in combat, especially with one of the rights we're about to go over. They can really just beat the shit out of somebody before they can even swing.
Yeah.
They also may like Simon touched earlier. They may take a soul cannon, the same as Imperial Fist, which that's gonna be crazy
Actually,
as
they
hell.
can take it on more stuff than the Imperial Fist
More
can.
things, right?
Yeah.
Because Imperial Fist can't take it. They can only take it on their Terminators, whereas the Blood Angels can take it on everything.
Yeah, because they can put it on vehicles and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. The Legion Rights of War. They have 2 rights of war. One is an offensive right, which all jump infantry units must be held in reserves and must deep strike in on turn 1. No rolls are needed. All deep striking units, not just jump infantry, gain a 5+ cover save on the game turn they arrive. And all shooting attacks from deep striking infantry and jump infantry units gain pinning on the turn they arrive. All Blood Angels gain the +1 initiative on the charge, which we were talking about. Would go great with that sword.
Yeah.
On charging characters must always accept challenges, which I don't see why you wouldn't want to with it going +1. If issued, compulsory choices for this right of war must have jump packs, must take compulsory fast attack choice. Okay, see, that doesn't limit them to taking. So you can take 2 assault squads. 2 assault squads. I know they're expensive, but we might not see what it's going to have with them. And then you can just take some tactical marines or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world, Ryan. It's just like it's a little bit
not
different.
What you want.
It's not what I had in mind when I was putting the army together, which is my own fault, and that's why I'm waiting for Prospero until I do anything with the wolves, really.
Right, and that's a great idea. I mean, that's exactly. I mean, you're smart about it. Their next one, they can't take any fortifications. They can't take a sentry gun or any Lord of Wars that aren't flyers or Sanguinius himself. And I'm assuming that means Sanguinius can fly.
Yep.
Well, he's gonna have a.
That's what the rumors about. Yeah.
No, dude, he's gonna be a flying monstrous creature, Colin.
He's gonna be able to fly. He's not gonna be a monster creature, but
he'll be like that Tau battle suit where
Yeah.
he can act like a flying monstrous creature. That'd be awesome.
Right.
No, he's gonna have the flying monstrous creature rule, and it's gonna be amazing. You guys, you'll see.
You think he's gonna be a monstrous creature, Simon?
Absolutely.
No.
No.
Well, we'll see. Watch Simon's right. No. Okay. They have
That'd
a
be
defensive
Wow.
right.
Just no,
Their next-
Simon, fuck you.
Their next right is a
Pretty
defensive
much.
type right, and it is they are immune to pinning, and stubborn while 3 inches within of an objective, which is in their own deployment. And it's situational. Enemy units suffer a -1 to their sweeping advance, which means a -2 to Salamanders and Death Guard, correct?
Yep.
Advanced rolls when they're running away. Units that are 50% of their starting number of models gain Feel No Pain, 5+, but count as destroyed at the end of the game for the VP and are no longer scoring. Characters must issue and accept challenges. I can see that one being a little bit not wanting to be taken.
The thing is, I might take it though, honestly.
Yeah,
I like that.
I mean,
I like that
very
offensive one.
Yeah, that's fair. I like the offensive one too. That's one I could see because
I'd
it's very Blood Angel-esque from 40K into I don't know what we were talking about transition from 40K to 30K. Perfect example of an army that does it perfectly. Does anybody want to do the white scars, or do you want me to just go ahead and keep going down?
Why don't you take it, Colin?
For the white scars, I don't have the rules in front of me, but I can do my stuff for right now, and then Ryan.
Yeah, Colin, do your stuff, brother.
Yeah. So first, I'll talk about the Mechanicum. We didn't really get any new army specific rules like that, but we got the Domitars, the Domitar Battleton, which was pretty cool. He's got he's strength 7 base instead of strength 6 like the normal Castellix are, but he's got the 2 Graviton hammers, and he's got some other cool special rules. He's really good at taking out buildings and stuff like that. And then we have a new special character who I don't think the rules have been released for him yet. He's supposed to be kind of like a scorpion type body, which I'm really looking forward to seeing that model. And then we got the new Mechanicum Knight that got put out, or the new Mechanicum Knight that got put out. Well, it's not a Mechanicum one; it's a Questoris Knight, but it's got four strength 10 AP2 ordnance Magna las cannon shots, and then another it's 2 extra autocannons and a storm launcher. I think it's basically like the missile launcher from a drop pod, and then there's also it's armor 14 on the front, which is really nice, along with side armor 13. And it clocks in at about 435 points, so it's a pretty nice addition to especially a Mechanicum army if it gets added as an indentured knight from Mechanicum, because Mechanicum kind of are lacking in the long range department. And then let's see, what else for Mechanicum? Oh, the Ursarax models finally got showcased, at least in picture form, and very excited for those models. Even though I've already kit bashed 6 of them up myself, so I'm probably gonna get some more. They're really cool. They got kind of like single thruster jump packs. They almost look like they have like rockets strapped to their backs almost. It's kind of cool. The lightning claws look really nasty looking too. So those are looking pretty badass. And then let's see. I think that's all for Mechanicum. Or do y'all think I'm missing anything?
No, I think you're right. I think
Okay.
that's about it.
And then I've already kind of touched on the Shatter Legion rules. There's a traitor only right of war, and then there's a loyalist only right of war. Shadrach, I think Shadrach. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Shadrach Medusan.
Yeah, Shadrach Medusan is the special character for the Shattered Legions. He counts as being a knight, or not a knight lord, Raven Guard, Salamander, and Raven Guard guy for the purposes of that loyalist right of war. And then there's also the Black Shields, which are pretty cool. Basically, the Black Shields, you can kind of think of them as 30. You can, in one sense, you can think of them like 30k Death Watch, but they're really not. They're more like Space Marine mercenaries, and that's kind of how the feel I got from them are. They're you can give them kind of like there's like the Word Bearer Dark Channeling kind of rule, but they have their own kind of set of different augments, like the Chimera upgrade, and then some different upgrades that like kind of affects each squad. Like you can give them like +1 strength and toughness, but like -2 leadership. So like each option you can make your Marauder squads have, which are the basic Black Shield squad, have different upgrades. And each of them come with their own bonuses and detriments. And they can also take some really interesting war gear. Like they can have shotguns. So you can have like an entire 20-man Marine squad with shotguns, so they can put out some serious firepower. And they have these things called pariah weapons, which are pretty interesting. There's a pariah flamer, where you can fire it as like it's a normal strength 3 per 5, or you can take the special, or you can do the alternate overpressure fire, where it becomes strength 4 AP5 gets hot torrent, which is pretty interesting. And then there's pariah bolters and pariah power armor also. I forget what the pariah power armor does, but I want to say it gives you an invuln while also just like making your armor save slightly worse. So it's pretty interesting. And then you also have the Nemean Reaver, and for the special character for the Black Shields, who is his identity is supposed to be revealed later on, Forgeworld said, but we don't know as of yet who he is. He has a Calibanite weapon, so that might be an indication of who he might be, but though there's no telling for sure. And you can also make the generic HQs for Black Shields. They have their version of a Paragon Blade. I can't remember what it's called, but it's +3 strength AP3. So it's like a really powerful relic blade. And I want to say that's about all for the Black Shields I remember right now. And moving on, there's the favorite, Death Guard. They got a lot of buffs. I think the most important buff is probably the buff to the Death Shroud power scythes. Now they're not unwieldy. They are now -1 initiative, and they're still +1 strength. And if you're with it, and they changed how the sweeping. There's no more sweeping attack. It's now reaping blow. So you're always -1 initiative, and if you're in base contact with more than one enemy model with that model, you get +1 attack. So most of the time, if you have like a Death Shroud squad going in with like 5 guys, just like a 10-man squad, most of the time you'll be hitting with about 4 attacks per Death Shroud on the charge, which will be really sweet. And you're at initiative 3, so like beforehand, like I really loved Death Shroud, and I thought they were like probably one of the best Legion specific termies. And then like I charge in against like other like Cataphracti Terminators, and like even with the 2 wounds, I just get instant death by all those power fists. But now since we have I3 AP2 weapons, I think the Death Shroud will do a lot better now in close combat.
Hell yeah.
And then our Legion traits got changed slightly. We're still immune to fear and pinning, but now our poison resistance, it got changed to, instead of making our opponent reroll wounds with the poison or fleshbane rule, we now get 4+ Stone of Pain versus poison and fleshbane. So all those people who are going to be taking their Phosphex rapiers, even though they'll like just mow down Marines and other armies, but Death Guard will be sticking around with our 4+ Stone of Pain. So that'll be a nice boost for us. And let's see. The next thing is our new Rite of War, which is kind of like showing our transition into the more 40k Nurgle Death Guard. Basically, the best special rule I think that we have that's really worthwhile is even in the open, as long as there's no enemy models within 12 inches of a Death Guard squad, you get a 5+ cover save just for being out in the open, which I think is really good.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
And then the other two, there's two more. One of them is all your frag and grenades and missiles are now strength 5 base, which are pretty nice. So Death Guard missile launcher squads from the Betrayal at Calcets got a nice boost for that. And then I think like the most, like probably like the most, I don't know, it probably won't have much of a factor in y'all's games is all woods and jungle type terrain. Roll a d6 for each of them. On a 4+, their cover save is -1 now, and then they now become dangerous terrain for all models that aren't Death Guard. So it's pretty interesting. And the other thing is that you have to take a siege breaker in your list, and you can't have allied detachment or fortification. And in games where you're either the attacker or the defender, you're always the attacker. So it's a pretty nice little Rite of War. Oh, and you can also only use it if you're a traitor army for the Death Guard.
Yeah.
For that Rite of War.
Emperor's Children.
That's sweet.
That's awesome, though.
Especially that jungle one. That's terrifying.
Yeah. So all you Death Guard players, you're gonna want to put forests and jungles on your table more now.
Just bring it with you.
Yeah,
bring all your forest terrain.
It's either forest or like sludge and toxic waste and stuff.
And make sure to put all that terrain in your opponent's deployment zone.
I'm not playing you, Colin. I refuse.
Come on, Simon. You don't want to be in my toxic trees?
No.
You're gonna get dirty.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to call it a night. So I will catch you guys later.
No.
Yeah, I got class tomorrow morning.
Dang.
You guys know how it goes. All right, I'll see you guys later.
All right, see you, Simon.
Later, Simon. Bridges pick off too. Yep. Honestly, I think we should probably call it, guys. We're going on 2.5 hours now.
Yeah. We still got a couple legions to cover. We can cover it in our next webcast. Hopefully we can get Josh to comment on the Iron Warriors and World Eaters changes, and then we can get I can or Ryan can fill us in on the White Scars also.
That sounds good.
So did y'all do shoutouts?
We did.
Yes, we did.
Very beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, missed out. Okay.
Very good.
I want to see this dude mashed apple pie. Hey, just a heads up, mashed apple pie. I can actually give you a sneak preview here.
Yes, give us a sneak preview.
What are you previewing? I can't see the chat.
He's asking about battle reports.
Oh yeah, what's up with the battle reports? I don't mean to be I'm not pressing. I don't mean to be pushy.
We have this one we just recently did is probably the hardest I've ever had to edit, just because we did so much footage.
Which one was that? Oh, in Houston.
Yeah.
At Gold Mine.
Yeah, so much going on here. Let me go ahead and.
I want you to know you're doing a fantastic job, by the way, Michael. Like Michael is, if nobody knew, he's
awesome.
He's the guy behind the guy, the tech wizard, the guru. We wouldn't be anywhere where we are without Michael.
Oh, you
He's the man.
guys. You guys.
Yeah, dude.
We don't give you enough credit, man.
I'm really glad you do all this for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'd be nothing. I'd be filming on my my shoulder-mounted camcorder with a VHS tape in it, and
So
we'd load it up.
this right here, guys, this is kind of the style we filmed for the. It's playing both. I can't really turn the volume down, so it's just gonna blast out in my ears. So yeah, this is kind of the format that we filmed in our last battle report that I played in Houston with Colin, Bridges, and Weber. And so all of these clips right here are what I've been editing right now, and some of them are like 2-minute, 3-minute clips and all that stuff. So it's been a challenge on this one. We have 3 other battle reports as well that. If you watch some of our previous battle reports, you notice that the sound is really good on our voices, and that's mainly because we
Voiceover.
We do voiceover. We film in here, or we do the voice in here on these mics.
And the Forgotten Legion Studio.
Yeah, the Forgotten Legion Studio. So we have, actually, I want to say we have 5 battle reports, and I think 4 of them need ADR for us to go over, and we just really, with the holidays and the way work's been going, we haven't gotten in here. But making it a goal to get these battle reports out to you guys as soon as we do it. Yeah, dude, mashed apple pie, I get it. I get the green screen. The store we went to didn't have battle mats. We have our own battle mats. We have plenty of battle mats. Mm-hmm. They're fucking fantastic. I didn't take one to Houston with me, and so we played on that green mat. But all of our other battle reports have battle mats, and we're playing on battle mats. So, but
did y'all play it on green screen at Goldmine?
No, we didn't play at Goldmine. We ended up playing at
8th Dimension.
8th Dimension Games.
Oh, that's right. That's right, at 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can't cuss. You can't cuss. You have to play on felt. But the atmosphere was pretty cool, and there was a lot of D&D players, and there was a 50-cent Pepsi machine, so that was pretty sweet.
Hey, right on. The perks.
So, but most of our battle reports are filmed in Crossroads Comics and Games. That's Zach's shop. If you're in Victoria, you should check that out. We have a bunch of battle mats that we play on. Our terrain now is fucking on point.
Tell them the Forgotten Legion sent you, and you probably won't get a discount. But we're always helpful to our people that listen to our podcast.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll treat you right.
Honestly, and guys, if you can like find out some way to where like I can show you video and you can comment on it and like record over the internet, that'd be fucking badass. That would really help me out in battle reports. And if I could like somehow get you guys out there to comment with me on battle reports, it'd be so much easier than instead of having to get like everybody in the studio to get that done. So if you have suggestions, I'm up for them. Until then, we're just gonna have to hang tight. Actually, Jake's pretty hard for heresy right now. I might be able to get him to record some with me. He recorded the first couple with me.
Hard.
Hard for heresy.
It's growing. It's growing.
Mashed apple pie. When the next one that I do, I'm gonna call you out. Like it's gonna be for you. So, but that's it, guys.
Pie.
That's all I got.
Yep.
All right.
Good night, YouTube.
Later, YouTube. Till next time, man. We'll continue off. What, next week?
Yeah, and actually, also YouTube. Me and Chris Pretty, the one of the other Legionnaires that you see on here quite a bit. Starting next week, we'll actually be recording a podcast. It'll be basically very similar to what we're talking about right now, just a little bit more condensed and in a podcast format. So that's going to be called Radio Free Istvan. Keep an ear out for that. It's probably going to be an 1.5 hour, 2-hour podcast that we're going to be introducing next week, and our first episode should drop next week. So of course we'll announce it, but
sounds sweet.
If you want the 411 and the DL on that, go to our Facebook page and check us out, and we'll definitely announce it on there and throw it out to everybody. And if you'd share it, that'd be badass. But So.
Sounds good.
All right, for real this time. We'll catch you later, guys.
All right.
All right.
See you next time.
See you guys.